Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Friday night game of the week. It is once again Kevin Tomer along with Brett Burris. Tonight we are in the Corral on the campus of South Columbus High School as the East Columbus Gators come cross county to take on the South Columbus Stallions. And this game eerily reminiscent, Brett, of a game we had a few weeks ago between Whiteville, West Columbus. You have a team that's, established themselves as the front runners in the Walk-A-Mall Conference, and they're looking to put a stamp on getting ready for playoff time, whereas South Columbus, having a better year, starting to come on the upswing with their with their women's basketball team. But this is a real big step up in class and a measuring stick game for Megan Witzel and her Lady Stallions.
Yeah, if South Columbus is going to come out on the winning side tonight, they're going to have to do everything right. They're going to have to cut back on turnovers. They're going to have to play really good defense. They're going to have to do a lot of things right here tonight to be able to pull this win out. But you know what? Stranger things have happened, and it's 0-0 right now.
So it's not like these two teams are strangers, Brett. Both of these teams have played since they were in middle school. They played rec ball against and with each other. So there's no real surprises. It's just a team that comes out and executes tonight.
Yeah, and, traditionally East Columbus has been a real good girls basketball team for years. Even back when I coached, they were – one of the top teams and have produced some of the best girl basketball players that have actually gone on and played Division I basketball. So, and this group right here for East Columbus has been special so far. They're winning this Walk-A-Mall Conference, and East Bladen's always been big too, and they beat East Bladen the other night by 3. So they're the team to beat in the league right now.
So I guess the question becomes, Brett, is it Groundhog Day? And are we going to see the same old with East Columbus? Or is it going to be something different with the South Columbus Stallions?
Well, I heard that he did not see his shadow today, and he usually does. So maybe today's a little crazy day. I think 1 out of 10 he usually don't see his shadow. So Mr. Phil up in Punxsutawney up in wherever it is, somewhere in Pennsylvania somewhere. He did not see his shadow, so he says we're going to have an early spring.
And who am I to argue?
That's
All right,
fine.
we're going to take a brief little respite here. In about 15 seconds, we're going to go to South Columbus Public Address for the starting lineups and today's national anthem. Mother works.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you to South Columbus High School tonight for our ladies basketball game. If you would at this time, we'd ask everyone please stand, remove all headgear, and the playing of our national anthem.
And once again, back to Stallion Public Address for today's starting lineups.
And now for our ladies basketball game, the matchup tonight between the visiting East Columbus Lady Gators and your own South Columbus Lady Stallions. Starting out tonight for the Lady Gators. Starting at guard, the junior, number 1, Malaya Hines. Starting at guard, the junior, number 3, Riley Graham. Starting at forward, the sophomore, number 11, Malia Graham. Starting at forward, a senior, number 14, Destiny Mitchell. Starting at center, senior, number 15, China Patrick. The Lady Gators are coached by Miss Latoya Brown. Now for the South Columbus Lady Stallions. Starting at guard, the senior, number 10, Jordan Cribb. Starting at guard, the senior, number 12, Jakaya Graham. Starting at forward, the sophomore, number 15, Trinity Strickland. Starting at guard, the junior, number 32, Ridley Hardy. Starting at forward, the junior, number 50, India Simmons. Lady Stars are coached by Miss Megan Stores. Let's have a great game, ladies.
Okay, Brett, we can bring up, since we're so good at buying cliches, we'll do David and Goliath.
Well, some of the cheerleaders had on shades, and I found out it was something like ESPN night or something. So anyway,
their future's so bright they got to wear shades.
That
Brett.
may be true. So I should have known to wear mine. But anyway, I'm up here with just my old man spectacles on.
I got
just like
transitions on mine.
Oh, you do? Okay, I'm just regular Dollar General. Let's suck it up and read something small. So here we go. Tap it off. See what happens here. I'm sure that East Columbus probably going to come out in the press as soon as they go on defense, because that's their traditional ways of playing defense. So we'll see what happens here.
Okay, the tip is up, controlled by South Columbus, and we are off and running. Ball controlled by number 50, India Simmons, gets the ball underneath and back around the corner to Jakaya Graham. Graham with the basketball, looks to set the offense. Around the horn we go, back underneath. Dangerous pass back to Jakaya Graham, excuse me. Looks like it's East in a 3-2. South content to play the perimeter game, looking to find a spot inside.
Well, I mean, that's smart to me, slow this game down a little bit, because East Columbus, I'm sure, wants to get up and run a little bit. Trapped in the corner there. JK to the basket, misses on the side. East Columbus pushing it up.
Doesn't have numbers, does pull it out is Malaya Hines. Hines looks to set the offense against the 3-2 of South Columbus. Round the horn we go, underneath to Destiny Mitchell. Hacked in the act, she'll go up for 2. Mitchell does have a size advantage here. I mean, most of these girls are all about the same size, but Mitchell, she can get going underneath. It's going to be a long night for South Columbus.
Well, we've said Destiny Mitchell's name a lot over the last couple of years. She's the leader of this team. She's the power forward, and she's going to get the ball on that block and try to take it to the hole and try to cash out.
First one is up and good. 7:05 to go. We got a 1-0 our score. Second one is up. Back rim's no good. Rebounded underneath by, looks like, India Simmons. Ball ahead. Graham looks like going to set the offense again. Around to, gets the ball stolen. Nice pass underneath. But nobody home will go back over to South Columbus.
East Columbus is going to try to score on transition about every time they can. They're going to run it up and down the court to try to get an easy basket. Looks like they're coming out in a 1-2, maybe 1-2, 1-1 full court press.
Graham gets the ball ahead. Fouled on the sideline.
That's a foul on number, looks like 10 for, there's not even a 10. I think her hair got in the way. So anyway.
That could be 11. That could be Malia Graham's first. It's really hard looking at green on dark orange numbers.
It is
hard to control that pivot foot. In and out we go. Ball is up.
Jordan Cribb with a shot, misses. Rebounded by East Columbus.
East Columbus once again really quickly looking to get into transition the minute they get that off the defensive rebound. Up. And the bank is open for three. Destiny Mitchell with the first 4 points of the ball game.
You think she meant that or what?
I don't know if she called it. I have my headphones on.
Because the angle on that to use the bank weren't there, but hey, she's got three. Jordan Cribb to the basket. Looks like she got fouled, but didn't get a call.
No call. Once again, South, one and done on the offensive end. We're going to head back the other direction. 6:04 to go. 4-0 to score in favor of
if
East
I'm Megan
Columbus.
Storms or Megan White, so I'm going to try to slow this ball game down as much as possible. You don't want to get in a running game with this East Columbus crew.
Round the horn we go, back and forth, in and out. And once again, you have number 15, and that is China Patrick with the
South
bucket.
Columbus is not doing a good job of denying the entry pass to the big girl. When the ball slides through, you got to deny that big man, and there's no denial in there. It'll be a long night if they don't deny that pass. Greenlee Hardy with the rebound.
Hardy tries to thread the needle underneath, gets tapped out of bounds, and it'll stay South Columbus basketball. South struggling to get more than one possession on the offensive end, Brett. Tough on the inbound. Just gets it inbound before the 5-second call. One too many steps, and hard to consider she had a girl right on her shoulder.
Yeah, Jordan's had two there, that could have went her way as a foul, but two turnovers from her here early.
Quickly on the offensive end, entry passes in, turnaround jumper. Tries to drop it off, it'll go out of bounds over the west.
You see what I'm talking about there, Kevin? That big man and that entry pass is not fronted. They're playing behind her. If you play behind her, she's going to get the ball and take you to the hole every time. Probably needs to be an adjustment that Coach Weitzel makes on the next time out.
South Columbus looking to crack the lid. Tries to force a pass, intercepted by Destiny Mitchell. Ball up ahead. Drops off on a sweet little assist, and the bucket by East Columbus, and that's number, you got me, I think it's Kaylee Mitchell.
Right here, the girl, whatever her name is. Number two maybe? Number three just made that.
Riley Graham, I'm sorry.
There we go. And again, they're in the transition, trying to score off of that fast break.
8-0 our score. Destiny Mitchell for three! Destiny Mitchell lighting it up to start the game. That's about her 6th or 7th point, Brett.
Yeah,
two threes and a foul shot.
You got to know where she is on the court, and they're very tough. They got an inside and outside game. So what do? You got to pick your poison in that, and that's what Coach Weitzel said earlier. Said you can dump them down low and try to pack it in, but Mitchell's going to hit that three from the outside, and if you step out on her, she's going to dish it down low, and you've seen that happen all night so far.
How do you combat a player like that, Brett? Do you box in one?
Well, you can try your box in one, but the other four are such good players also that you really can't take somebody. You want to put your best defensive player on Mitchell and know where she is all the time, or maybe deny her the pass.
South Columbus and Jordan Cribb with the basketball. Cribb tries to thread the needle down the defense. Blocked. Ball stolen back by South. A push, and it's out of bounds, and it will be East Columbus basketball.
Destiny Mitchell and Jordan Cribb going hard after each other there.
Those two have been battling for a good 4 years,
both
Brett.
seniors.
Underneath. It's up. Tap rebound over to
Now Strickland with the rebound there.
Strickland. Trinity Strickland. Trapped in the corner. Ball to the foreground in Jakaya Graham. Graham's going to take it herself. Nothing happening. Ball tapped out. It'll stay South Columbus basketball.
She had a good look, just missed it. Missed the layup there. South Columbus takes it out of bounds. It's like a little stack play here.
Out to the corner. Up to the top in the person of
54.
54. Okay, I thought that was 14. Candace Sasser. Trinity Strickland with the basketball. India Summer.
JK with the shot.
Almost gets it. Summer taps it back up.
They got somebody down court, and they missed her.
11-0 our score with 3:20 to go here in the first. Is she going to get it back underneath? 2-point foul, field goal up, no good. Rebounded by number 54, Candace Sasser. Sasser trying to take it herself. She gets hacked.
They're going to get her a foul there. Maybe that's what South needs to do is try to get some of these East Columbus players in some foul trouble.
I mean, I think right now you throw anything at the door and see what sticks.
We always had that play called Hope. Throw it up and hope it went in.
Yep. Once again, South inbounds the basketball near half court. Shakria Graham with the basketball.
Looks like they're trying to set a high screen with Jakai.
Satcher with the basketball underneath. Back and forth we go. South can't find the entry. Girl in the corner all by herself. Tries to take South, lucky to get down back. Gets her pocket picked. We'll go back the other direction.
Oh, nice play by Jordan getting back and looked like a clean
Yeah,
block.
it looked like a clean block, but they called Jordan Cribb on the foul.
Actually, they both beat the referee up the court. I don't know how he saw that at that angle, but he was behind them all. But anyway.
First is up, no good.
Substitutions in for South Columbus. 20 comes in. Karis Townsend comes in.
Second one is up, and it is good. Our score with 2:36 to go here in the first. 12-0 in favor of East Columbus. South looking to crack the score column. Just can't get that entry pass underneath.
They've had some good shots, but just can't hit the bottom of the net.
Ball in the hands of Karis Townsend. Townsend around the corner. Double teamed and stolen from her. East will head back the other direction. Up and good.
Number one,
Malaya Hines with the layup. I mean, like you said, pick your poison. Hines outside, with a quick defense. You've got, Destiny Mitchell underneath. I mean, how do you combat this team? South getting the second look, goes out of bounds. South has got to crack that paint, Brad. They're struggling to get inside right now. Just inside South.
Nice play, but just didn't fall for him. East Columbus with a 2-on-3 pulls it out.
Russell Dub will be here at halftime, Brett, and maybe we'll talk to him about taking the lid off the basket. Malaya Hines with the bucket once again. It's 16-0, 1:37 to go here in the first.
Oh, let's sit down there, Kevin.
We'll talk to Russell Dub, see if he can get the lids off the basket.
Well, on that end, it's completely off on this end. But anyway, 16-0 first quarter. Not many things going right for South Columbus. And, we knew this going in. It was going to be a tough task against this East Columbus girls basketball team. And South Columbus has had the shots. Just when they make turnovers, East Columbus is on the go, and they've scored a lot of points off transit. I would say probably 12 of their 16 is transition points, Kevin.
Talk to us a little bit about how that happens. Talk about how you start your offense from the defensive end.
Well, I'm going to tell you, you got to know what your personnel is you're working with. And, one of your first things you do in basketball is do secondary breaks, and that's what that's called. It's called your secondary break, fast break offense. Hopefully you score off of it, and then if there's no openings there, you just kick it back out and set your regular offense up. But they're doing a good job of working on this secondary break offense.
Ball then bounded to number 10, Jordan Cribb. Cribb surveys the offense, and she'll bring it into the front court. Cribb around the corner, down to the baseline, back up to the top. Jakiah Graham's three rims in and out. Tapped out by East Columbus, and we'll stay with South basketball.
And that's usually her shot. If Jakiah can get hot, she can bury a couple of threes.
Okay, stack play on the inbound for South Columbus. Ball up to the top of the key.
She's going to shoot it again.
It's up, just to the left, no good.
It's a good look, though.
Nice deny to stop the transition break. Hines quickly up the floor.
So she's taking it all the way to the hole, Kevin.
Scoops and just doesn't get it to fall. We're heading back the other direction. Looks like Karis Townsend. Back to Graham. Tries to force it underneath. South Columbus with a jump shot up, no good. Once again, Destiny Mitchell, the tallest girl on the floor, taps it out and will stay South
If
basketball.
Trinity Strickland would have went ahead and took it to the hole, she'd have probably got a foul there, but she fell away.
Underneath, hacked in the act, and she go to the line for 2.
See, Cribb right there just took it straight to her, went straight up, and she was fouled there, and she's going to be able to go to the line to put, the first points on the board for the Stallions.
That defensive size advantage that East Columbus has really given South fits, and I think you're correct in that they have to get those girls in foul trouble and have them sitting on the pine.
And another thing that's going on with East Columbus, they're able to, substitute, 5, 6 people. South Columbus, they're only putting 1 or 2 in there, so that's going to hurt South Columbus here in the end. Didn't she make that first one?
Nope, didn't make the first one or the second one.
Oh, man, I thought she made the first one.
Once again, Hines back up to the front court, calls a girl to the corner, back into Destiny Mitchell, kick back out. Jumper by number 2, Skylar Collins, no good. We'll go back the other direction. Skylar Collins. Tries to back her down. We got it underneath. Going right at her, as you correctly stated, Brett. We get the clock. There we go. Now the clock stopped.
I'm sure Coach Whitesell's not going to fuss about the clock running. J.K. with a shot for 3.
She's not shy about throwing them up there, is she, Brett?
That's fine. That's what they want to happen, but she's got to hit some rim.
Hines tries to drop it off, cannot get it to go, and it'll be off of South, and it'll be East Columbus basketball. Actually, she did, Brett. They did give her the credit for the 1 point.
Okay, I thought so. Ooh, that's East Columbus's ball. Looked like she just threw it straight out of bounds, but
guess we got a South tip, I guess. 15 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Ball forced it underneath. 1-on-3, she'll back him down, kicks it back up to the top and around to the top of the key. Jumper up, no good. Nice defensive play by number 21, Zyrania Drayton, to take that rebound and prevent another score by East Columbus. Our score at the end of 1, South Columbus trailing by 15 with a score of 16-1. And Brett, not a lot going right for South Columbus, but they're starting to get better looks at the basketball, at the basket, and they're starting to go right at these big girls of East Columbus.
Well, that last 2 minutes of the first quarter, South Columbus played a lot better. I think East Columbus, I don't believe they scored in the last 1 minute and 30 seconds of that quarter. So good job defensively, just maybe blocking the front man. Well, one thing they did was stop the fast break a little bit there at the end because, like we said, that's the way that East Columbus is going to try to score. And if they can't score off that, I don't think they're quite as good in the setup offense.
Okay, Brett, do you front Destiny Mitchell? Do you double team her? What's the best strategy to control? Because you're not going to stop Destiny Mitchell. What's the best strategy to control the output of Destiny Mitchell?
What I'm going to do, I'm going to put my best defensive player on her, and then if that person I'm going to try to put as fresh of a person on her as possible and just try to wear her down.
Second quarter starts with East Columbus basketball. Around the corner we go to the baseline, back up to the top of the key. And here we are on the baseline for 3!
Quick ball movement by East Columbus caused that to be open in the deep corner.
We're going to call that number 2, Skylar Collins.
I thought it was 3.
It was 3, okay. We'll call it Riley Graham.
Yep.
Hard to tell these numbers from up here, guys.
And with the long hair on it, too.
Yep.
So but it was number 3.
Did you wear a ponytail when you played, Brett?
I did, but I braided it.
Uh-huh. South Columbus once again looking to go to the basket. Off the corner, no good. Nice rebound by Sal, getting second and third looks. She'll go right back up and will not get it to fall.
Just can't fall. They're getting the offensive. Had 3 offensive rebounds there and put it straight up, but the trash baskets wouldn't fall.
But you got to keep shooting them, Brett.
Oh, nice play.
Sweet little interception by number 10, Jordan Cribb. Cribb's layup up, no good. Nice hustle by both South defenders, stopping that initial break before it can get rolling. High to the basketball, up, just a bit too high, and corralled by Janasia Jackson. Jackson kicks it over to Jordan Cribb.
That's a foul, but they didn't call it. Reached right through her.
Can't play through her to get the basketball, can you, Brett?
Well, like I've said many times, and I don't care if anybody talks junk to me, they do call girls' games different than they do boys' games. And as a former girls' coach, I don't
Karis
particularly
Townsend
like
with a jumper.
Here comes the fast break. She's got somebody up the court. It's a 3-on-2.
Hines looking for help. Fouled in the act, and Leah Hines to go to the bucket for 2.
And what gets me, Jordan Cribb gets knocked down over here, and then a touch foul going to the basket here.
And I know that used to kill you as a coach, Brett.
Yeah.
You want it to be consistently called on both ends, whether it's going to be loose or it's going to be tight. But you can talk to your girls about how it's being called.
Well, I think sometimes referees, they bail out a lot of times the better team.
Hines is first up, no good.
But, South Columbus, looking at the score, there's probably 7, 8 baskets that were easy that they should have had, which would, make this a closer game.
South starting to get more opportunities, just can't get it to fall. Second rim's up, no good. Rebounded by number 15, Trinity Strickland. Strickland gets it over to Jordan Cribb.
Nice pass.
Nice pass. Jumper up, no good. Long arms of Destiny Mitchell. Kicks it up to Riley Graham. Graham's layup is up and good.
That's what you call basket hanging, Kevin. Cherry picking.
Okay. I'm sitting there thinking, she wasn't dunking that thing.
Basket. Yeah, that's what basket hanging, cherry picking. Just a word we use.
Long arms of Destiny Mitchell swats that thing out of the air, and we'll go back the other direction. Hines around 2 defenders, down to Destiny Mitchell. Backdoor layup, up and good. 5.5 to go. South down by 22, 23-1. South, like you said, had their opportunities. This could easily be 23-10 right now.
I believe that.
Karis Townsend trying to pick her way through the defense. Tries to kick it back, no good. Nice hustle by Jordan Cribb on the way back.
Play.
Graham gets the Graham gets the garbage, and Destiny Mitchell cleans
South
it up.
Columbus may need a time. There she goes. Because they just could not get up and down the court against that East Columbus team. East Columbus keeps putting those fresh bodies in there, and they're wearing them down, and they're scoring off transition. They've scored, about 6 here in the last 30 seconds off transition.
Now, we've seen that happen a couple times this year, Brett. It is so important, especially in high school basketball, to have quality depth.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen teams that, West Columbus in that one game played really, really well for a quarter, a half. In that ladies game a couple weeks ago, but they just ran out of gas, and good teams know when to put the pedal to it.
And another thing, East Columbus does not field a JV team, so therefore all of their players are pulled up to the varsity team, which could hurt in the future. You really want that feeder program there to try to build a little bit. So we'll see. I don't know if they didn't have enough girls to go out, or no coach, or what.
Round the horn we go. Kicked around to Janiah Graham. Graham kicks it over to Candace Sasser. Back to Sasser. Brianna Price with the basketball. Tries to force it underneath, stolen by East Columbus. Pushed by Price before she can get the layup off. Underneath we go. Just high.
It's a walk. That's a good call.
Too many steps. Got a little eager. She saw that open floor there.
Well, if she'd have put the ball on the floor, she'd have been able to take those steps, but she never initiated her dribble, so therefore they called traveling on her.
4.5 to go till
East Columbus now in a 1-3-1 zone, probably going to try to trap out of it. No, they don't try to trap out of it.
Ball over to Candace Sasser. Down to the corner.
Graham.
Graham's not shy about throwing them up.
Coach, if you don't shoot, you don't score.
Mm-hmm. No such thing as a bad shot unless it's not a good shot. Force to the corner. Up. just rims out no good.
That's on East Columbus there. And a
Yeah,
great,
that's
good block out right there. I don't know who it was, but it was a really good block out there, and East Columbus got the foul on that one.
China Patrick over the back, and, finally South Columbus gets a good block out on the defensive end, and they'll get the ball back as a reward. 3:43 to go here in the first half. South down, and around the horn we go.
Looks like South Columbus has most of their freshman and sophomore players out there right now.
Sasser gets it to Ja'Kiah Graham. Back to Sasser. Tries to force it, and we got a held ball. And it'll stay South basketball.
I think she thinks it was a foul, but they called jump ball there.
Yep. Tried to thread the needle, gets it stolen by China Patrick. East content to work the ball around the horn with about 3:05 to go. Good ball move by the Lady Gators. 3 up, no good. Rebounded by East, no good. Foul called, and we'll go to the line for 2.
As you can see, from what I see, East Columbus likes to work one side of the court.
They do like that left side.
Yeah, they don't really swing it around too much, but they go back and forth from deep corner, top, and then wing.
Great ball movement by the Lady Gators, and just when you think you got them figured out on the outside, they drop that ball underneath, and there's just no answer for the height of East Columbus.
East Columbus substituting about 4 here, all except for the shooter, and it looks like she will come out if the free throw is made. When I played basketball and I saw somebody getting ready to come in for me like that, I would miss it so I wouldn't have to come out. Maybe she did the same thing. But now she's coming out anyway.
Yeah. Having said that, Brett, I never had that problem because most of the time it never went in.
Okay. Well, hey. You can
South Columbus with the basketball, 2:50 to go here in the first half.
Can always do that hope play. It's a 1-2-2 zone by East Columbus now. Looks like they're changing their – I've seen 3 different defenses by them.
Up jumper, no good. Rebounded by number 35, June Parrott.
Looks
Parrott
like
unable to control
Parrott
it.
Was fouled maybe. Yep.
Parrott with some good hustle, trying to get the basketball, tap it back in, gets pushed, and we'll stay with South Columbus basketball.
Hey, clock still running too. Of course, we ain't going to say nothing, are we?
It'll be our little secret, Brett.
Yeah. Going to be a 5-second call. Oh. She threw it to the wrong jersey.
This will happen sometimes. In and out we go.
Nice move by number 4
Jump
there.
stop by number 4, Kaylee Mitchell. Around the horn we go, back to the top, and we got just under 2 minutes to go here in the first half.
This was probably last year's middle school game against these schools.
3 seconds to call, and we'll go back the other direction.
Because it looks like both teams have their freshmen and sophomores on the court.
Important, Brett, at this time of the year to get these young ladies, especially if you want to take a deep run into the playoffs, get your underclassmen as much time as possible in some of these situations.
Yeah, because, East Columbus, there's not a lot that they can gain.
Backcourt call.
Did she?
Backcourt, step in the backcourt.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not much to be gained from the standpoint of wins and losses here, but, talk to us about how you prepare a team that is going to be a player in the playoffs, at this point in the year when you have some of these games.
Well, you always want to go out there and give 100% whoever you put out there on the court, but I would always tell my starters, hey, let's get up on this team right here so these kids that have worked hard to try to get you better, let's get them a little bit of playing time.
Round we go. Hines kicks it. 3 is up. Back rim, no good. Rebounded by Brianna Price.
And she's fouled.
Just over a minute to go here in the first half.
Not sure how many fouls that is there because they don't keep it on the board here. That's why I like West Columbus. It tells you who was fouled and how many team fouls it is.
And how many
stuff like
individual fouls they have, absolutely. Minute 15 to go. The issue not, nearly in doubt right now, but opportunities for these young kids to get a good opportunity. Price called for the travel, and she looked like she was a little bit surprised by that. Checking in is number 3, Riley Graham. Ball in the front court. South content to stay in the 2-3. Kicked around to Kaylee Mitchell. Mitchell back to the corner.
That's her shot.
3 up, no good. Rims in and out. And Megan Whistle doesn't agree with the foul call.
I don't know if I do either there, Ken. It looked like a good block. But, hey, maybe she saw it different than we did.
52.1 to go. First, Banks in and out and back in.
I mean, my thoughts on that, that's a good call foul, but you got to call it on both ends. And Jordan Cribbs probably sitting on the bench wondering, hey, that happened to me 3 or 4 times and nothing happened. So
hits them both, and we'll go back the other direction. Nice job by number 3, Riley Graham. Kicked around the corner. 3 is up.
There we go.
And drained. Number 30.
Sasser, right?
I believe that's Sasser.
54, yeah.
54. Sasser with 3 makes it 27-4.
She tripled the score there.
There you go.
One shot. That's a walk.
Not called. Jumper up, no good. Rebounded by East Columbus. Shooter gets her own rebound. And just one too many shots on the offensive end for East Columbus now.
Not doing a good job blocking out and rebounding South Columbus. They did earlier, but now I guess they're getting tired, Kevin. Yeah.
South Columbus looks like they've got maybe 10, 12, whereas East Columbus has about 18, 19 on the bench. But
you've noticed the only starter that's been on the floor for South Columbus the last 5 minutes has been Graham. So other 4, and a lot of good playing time.
Young lady hits the first. And we got lane violation. That will not count.
It's going to be on East Columbus. These are the times they need to incorporate like a 20-point shot.
Mm-hmm.
I think to make the game a lot more interesting. Like if you're down by, say, more than 20, there's a 10-point shot that open up on the court somewhere.
Well, we got the volleyball demarcations on there, so maybe have a 5, a 10, a 15, and a 20.
Yeah. I think it will make the game a whole lot more interesting.
A lot of theatrics on the East Columbus bench, but Hackton the Actors should go to the line for 2.
Well, I mean, you get it on one end, you got to call it on the other one. They did there.
Kansas.
Of course, no team thinks they fouled, do they, Kevin?
Never.
Like LeBron's never been fouled.
Caden Sasser with the basketball.
No.
Sasser does not get the first to fall. I've been calling her Candace all day. I apologize. That's Caden Sasser.
Cadence, okay. She has 3 of the 4 points. Could it be 4? Oh, no.
South Columbus once again 1 and done on that end. 2-1, and we are at halftime.
You think that basket on this end is the one they have at the county fair or something?
That could be.
The one that's like being in where you can't really fit a basketball in it? I'd check it at halftime if I was in.
They might have put a hex on it, you know what I'm saying?
Well, hey, now East Columbus has to shoot on that end, so we'll see if the hex is true.
Our score at halftime, South Columbus down 28-4. Russell, Coach Dove, Coach Dove.
Does he remember? I can call him.
Coach Dove. Coach Dove. Sarah, get that guy in the hat.
Hey, you interviewing? He's waiting for you. You said you'd interview. Toman. Yeah, he. Okay. All right, sounds good. He said he'd be here in a minute.
All right.
Adam's not here, so he's running the.
Gotcha.
Thanks.
Where's Adam? Okay, we are back at halftime with Russell Dove, the athletic director, head football coach of South Columbus High School. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm out of breath. I had to climb up in the bleachers real fast.
I swear to God, they make them higher every year
do.
And harder every year.
They do. Looks like climbing up a mountain.
Now, off-season for South Columbus football, and you would think, to the uninitiated that there's nothing going on. Talk to us a little bit about what goes on in the off-season for South Columbus football.
Well, we do everything inside the legal limits that the state allows us to do. But, I mean, really for us, once the season ends, we take about a week for our kids to recover. If there's any type of injuries, we're looking at kids, because they're playing other sports too. Any type of ankles and shoulders and, trying to do any type of, rehab or anything we need to do with them. So that's a big part of it, being smart, because you can't let injuries linger on because it's going to get worse and worse and worse. But for us, getting back in the weight room. And for us, that's just non-negotiable. You got to be in the weight room and stuff.
And they say a coach's work is never done. Talk to us about what coaches do once that last horn sounds at the end of the last game of the season.
Well, I'm going to tell you the way I do it. I mean, it takes me literally probably 2 weeks to get that field house in the shape I want it to. I mean, it's laundry, it's inventory, it's probably unmanageable. I've had a couple new guys this year, and they come in and like, Coach, I didn't have a clue there was this much work. And I'm like, yeah, it's a lot of stuff behind the scenes, but, that's being a head coach. But, for us, it's, like right now, once we get done, the biggest thing is getting those kids back in there, getting those kids lifting and getting the focus moving forward. Number two, you're sitting there doing inventory so you can do your stuff for next season because, us, before we got for Christmas, our helmets are already gone back to the vendor. Our shoulder pads are being repaired. Uniforms that need to be stitched up or hemmed, so that's some. When we come back, we go right into our, we've got a little break there for about 2.5 weeks with exams and stuff like that, so it's kind of hard to really stay on pace. So you try to keep the kids focused in. But right now, we come in, we start what we call our winter spring type program. Lifting. We'll start running next week, and we just don't slow down. There's other things like your video, your huddle, equipment like that you use. You have to update that. And
I know something you're really proud of is the attention to detail in the facilities here at South Columbus High School.
Well, yeah, and that's a huge thing too. Aerating the field because you don't think about that, but those are things that have to be done. This time of year, you can't wait till April, May. You're doing the aerating, tilling the field. Some of our other fields, you're putting ryegrass out, getting ready to put some fertilizer out to get that initial hit, and then with the football fields, we're spraying them, trying to keep the weeds down here, between the middle of February, because if you wait till the weeds start, you're in trouble. So,
okay, let's talk a little bit about not only South Columbus football, South Columbus athletics in general. You're looking at, it's now February, we're going to start to look to March, April, and we're going to start to look towards next year. And you got a lot of middle school kids wondering what's it like, what does it take to be a South Columbus athlete?
Well, our biggest thing is with our parents, we want the kids here. You know what I'm saying? The biggest thing we can get out to the parents is we want the kids to be safe. We're not here to harm a kid or hurt a kid or anything like that or make it tough, but we're here to teach these young boys how to be men, learn how to play the game of football and how to do things right, and learn how to do things right sometimes is just showing up, being on time.
And I know a big point of emphasis for you is also these kids are student athletes, and I know it's a priority for you.
Well, you got to, and if you don't, they're going to be ineligible, and then when they're ineligible, then they lose interest. They seem to fall in what we call the proverbial cracks, you know, they just kind of go in the wrong direction. So, you know, yeah, it's on us all the time. We just got report cards. So, you know, I've got one kid right now who you know, he had failed to. He's not going to be eligible in spring, and we got to get him where he needs to be. You know, he's a young kid, and didn't quite say how important it is for him to do that. So, yeah, it's big because, you know, that's their future too. That's their path. You know, I'm one of those. I don't want to hear say, well, I passed, coach. Pass means 60. We don't want 60.
And I keep telling my kids, you want college to pay for you, not you to pay for college.
That's right. Yeah. And I mean, you show up. You know, now 80 and above is a B. So that's my goal with my kids. You know, it will.
Yeah, I'm going to give a little shout out to your assistant coaches. You know, real family atmosphere at South. I mean,
absolutely.
You have a fellowship of Christian athletes. I mean, there's a real, bond that becomes from being a Stallion athlete.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, the younger kids are coming up, you know, and we're really excited about that. You know, it seems to be, you know, our mentality, the way we like to do things, you know, getting back to that. And these kids are really coming on. I'm excited about it. You know, and they love being here. We love being here. And we just want to, you know, as far as football goes, we want to get that going back in the right direction. And it takes a lot of hard work and stuff. But, you know, it's on both ends. It takes a lot of hard work by the coaches. But it takes a lot of hard work. The kids showing up, putting in the work that needs to be done if you want to be successful.
Absolutely, and I look forward to seeing you. We got baseball season coming up. Coach Dove and I have a good time doing it.
We're excited about that with Coach Johnson. You know, we're ready for them to hit there. We're excited about the basketball team and doing really well. So
if you have some suggestions for our playlist, we'll gladly play anything within reason.
Listen, if I don't like it, I ain't playing it.
And I may hum a few bars.
There you go.
All righty, Coach Dove, thanks for joining us here at halftime of the ladies' game.
We
will see you here
God bless
as the winter and spring unfold here at South Columbus High School. Right back with second half action. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. Anytime. Yes, sir. You got it.
Hey, all your coaches are over there just sitting there listening. There's like 5 or 6 of them on this side.
They tend to autograph crowd, whatever. I want your autograph.
Back to second half action we go. South down by 24. East Columbus unfortunately tossed the ball out of bounds, and we'll go back the other direction. Coach, I mean, you got to look at South Columbus. You know, in a situation like this, you're kind of getting that class a little bit. But what do you tell your girls at halftime? What are we going to look for in the second half to see if we've had a successful half?
Well, I think you can, if you're South Columbus, you can go back to the number of missed shots that they had, and could be in this ball game a little bit. East Columbus, a lot of things are going right for them, but there's been some streaks for East Columbus that weren't all that great, and I'm sure their coach made mention of some of those times that things weren't clicking for them.
Simmons got tied up with the jump ball stayed at South. South trying to work the ball in and out, unable to find the door to the paint, and Simmons will once again try to bring it out of bounds. Tries to force it in, gets it stolen. Nice heads-up defensive play by Ja'Kiah Graham. Stops the bleeding for a moment before East gets the basketball, and they'll bring it to the front court. Round the horn we go. Nice entry pass back to the outside. Foot on the line. Jumper up, no good. Rebounded by Destiny Mitchell. Driving the lane, she goes, gets bailed out.
I thought she walked on that.
Yeah.
But hey.
Mitchell gets bailed out on that, and it'll be.
Well, you see what East Columbus does. They'll get it down low, and if they don't think something's there, they'll kick it out to any one of their guards. They got 3 guards that they can actually hit at any time on X and out of the paint and do a real good job of doing that.
Kaylee Mitchell with the basketball at the free throw line. Front one, back rim, no good. Mitchell toes the line for the second. Nothing but the bottom of the net. It's 29-4.
South Columbus got their starters back in here. Started the second half.
Forced underneath. In and out we go.
Nice in and out pass there.
Sweet little jump shot.
with the 3 there.
Trinity Strickland in rhythm. Hits the 2.
2, okay, all right.
Ball in the hands of
Check the monitor.
Riley Owens. Round the horn we go. Back over to Kaylee Mitchell. Jumper up, no good.
Greenlee Hardy pulls down the rebound.
Crazy South girls, man, they're still hustling and not getting frustrated.
Well, you know when you're playing a team that's a lot better than you.
Just a bit too far.
You just want to come out and have fun. I mean, you're not going to win every game. There's going to be games you're competitive in and games that, you got to say, hey, let's just go out and have fun. And that's what it is here for South Columbus tonight.
Ball in the hands of Jakaya Graham.
She's wanting a pick there, and she got one.
A good hard pick, too.
Nice
down underneath.
Pass down to
jumper by Jordan Cribb, no good.
Who's it off, Kevin? It's going to go to South Columbus.
It's off East Columbus because apparently they're pointing that direction. 29-6. Here our score, 5:54 to go here in the third quarter.
Wide open on this side, but she missed her.
Pass to the air, recovered by number 2,
Nice
Skylar
play
Collins.
by Jordan Cribb there.
Cribb with the steal.
That would have been an easy 2 if that wasn't knocked away.
Nice ball movement by South to get the ball up in the forecourt.
Jakaya Graham dishes it off to Jordan Cribb. Jordan Cribb's fouled.
Cribb hacked, and he actually go to the line for 2.
Cribb says, finally, I got a call underneath. But it's going to be, I don't think it was, she's going to get shots. She's going to be on the floor.
She's going to get shots.
She's going to get shots. Okay. Probably could have went either way. Cribb with opportunity to get 2 here. 5:39 left to go in the third.
Hits the first. I think this is the more favorable rim, Brett.
I think it is too, Kevin. I told you they got that Columbus County Fair rim on the left side.
Second one up, no good. Rebounded by.
Oh, nice.
Nice heads-up play by Jordan Cribb. Brett steals the ball from underneath. Destiny Mitchell brought that ball down where anybody can get to it.
Well, I tell you what, Jordan Cribb is probably the hustlingest player on this floor.
Mm-hmm. East with the basketball. Back to Destiny Mitchell, she'll fool the offense.
That's a walk.
Walk not called, no good.
See how she jumped up? She did that a while ago, too, and then they didn't call it.
Sometimes when you're that good, you get you get a little leeway, Brett. 3 up, no good. Rebounded by South Columbus.
There's that basket on that end. Don't know what it is.
India Simmons had that rebound. In and out we go. Simmons gets the ball out to the corner. Just a few too many steps.
And what she does on that, Cam, let's see if she does it next time. She'll catch the ball instead of taking that one step. She'll bring both feet off the ground. And that is considered a travel.
Now, she's going to get away with that now, Brett. But how important is it to clean that up now before you get into playoff time?
You get in a big-time game, that's going to be called. But we'll just keep eye on it. I saw it happen twice and, thought in my mind, hey, that's a walk, but they didn't call it. And maybe here tonight they're not going to, but like you said, deep in the playoffs or something like that, that's going to be a call that's probably made. But I think she's off the court now, so we won't be able to tell.
Hines around the corner. Back to Hines, in and out to Destiny Mitchell. Great ball movement by the Gators. Not too much wasted movement by East Columbus. Destiny Mitchell for 3. Back rim's no good. Ball trapped in the corner.
Trapper. There you go.
And stepped on the sideline, and we'll go back over to South Columbus. Checking in for South Columbus is Caden Sasser.
Highest score tonight for South Columbus checks in. She hit that 3 earlier in the second quarter.
29-7. South needing a couple touchdowns to get back in this.
Yeah. Where's the Chiefs when you need them?
There you go.
Of course, you did hear they're the most hated team in America now.
Really?
Yeah. Took over the Cowboy spot.
I thought it was my team.
Yep, took over the Cowboy spot.
Ball picked up by Sasser. Trapped in the corner. Over to Jordan Cribb. Cribb surveys the scene. Doesn't have anything in the low post.
We've got to have a guard on this wing here. There's no guard stepping out. I don't know who's supposed to be the guard in this offensive set here.
And that's the thing. Cribb, pretty good as far as smart with the basketball. Just not getting a lot of help. She needs an outlet.
Yeah, you're not going to get away with a 2-guard offense against East Columbus here. So they got to figure out who is the guard, who is the wing here. I'm assuming it's supposed to be Karis Townsend, but maybe not.
Jumper up, no good. Controlled by number 54, Sasser. And notice, South was trying to front and, and have somebody behind Destiny Mitchell at that point. 3 is up, no good. Tap back by South Columbus. It'll go over to East.
Good hustle there by Jordan Cribb off of the rebound.
South getting a few more opportunities. Brett cannot put the ball in the hole. I mean,
Karis Townsend had a good open shot there, but just come up a little short. And it's not really been a good quarter for East Columbus. They've got their starters in. And
double dribble called against Sasser. We'll go back the other direction. Had the opportunity to get the layup, though.
I may be wrong. Did they have 27 at halftime?
Yeah.
Okay. So only a 2-point quarter for the East Columbus Gators here.
3:09 to go here in the third to score 29-7. East Columbus in and out, back and forth with the ball, forcing you to make a mistake, looking for the entry pass into the low post.
Cut off the dribble.
Nice block by South Columbus.
South is playing really good defense tonight. I mean,
Janessa Jackson finally getting the offense.
And I don't know if it's the defense or is it this rim, Kevin?
I think it's this end of the court, Brett.
Okay.
I think Coach Dove and,
It's that Columbus County Fair rim.
I think Coach Dove and Marlowe need to take a look at that rim between ball games. Turnaround jumper up, no good. Destiny Mitchell go to the line for 2.
See, if that entry pass can be denied, that ball can't get there. Something Coach Whitesville needs to work on a little bit there is denying entry passes in from the wing.
First by Mitchell, up and good. No, I take that back. It's not Mitchell. That is China Patrick. Patrick hits them both. We'll go back the other direction. 31-7. I mean, it's a great 1-2 punch for East Columbus, Patrick and Mitchell. I mean, there's not a lot of teams in the conference that can match up with, the size of those two young ladies underneath. Cross-court pass tipped off the face of the South defender. We'll go back to East Columbus. Checking in for East is Kaylee Mitchell.
You're probably not expecting that pass, straight across
cross court.
Cross court, thank you. I'm getting old, but anyway.
Once again, ball moving by the Gators. In and out we go. Back to Patrick. Out to the corner. Up and good. 3-point goal by number 4, Kaylee Mitchell. Hard to get the handle by Jakaya. Karis Townsend with the basketball. She'll take it down to the low post.
That's not where you want to hold it there. That's a good place to trap.
Tries to force the pass, gets it intercepted. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third. Destiny Mitchell. In, out, and rolls around and off the rim. Once again, Townsend with the basketball. Townsend attempted trap, gets through it. Soft fingertip roll, no good. And looks like Townsend will go to the line for 2.
South Columbus is getting that ball to the deep corner over there, and they're picking up their dribble, and it's giving East Columbus a chance to double team them. If you take the ball to that corner, you gotta dish it down low real quick, shoot, or kick it back out, because that's the worst place on the court, because if you trap, there's nowhere to go.
Townsend's first free throw up, no good. And that's about, and if you're thinking, Brett, she's double teamed in the corner, there should be an outlet somewhere that flashes to the basketball.
But usually that outlet is on the opposite side of the court, though, if you play defense correctly.
Second one falls, it'll be 34-8. East Columbus quickly out of the box and back into the front court in a hurry. Destiny Mitchell with the basketball, 1:20 to go here in the third. Over to Malaya Hines.
This quarter is a 5-4 quarter, East Columbus. Well,
Hines dips,
7.
Dips and dodges and gets the quick layup. No wasted movement by the Gators, Brett. And South Columbus, credit them to hanging tough. Continue to fight. Blocked out of the air. And East Columbus will look to set the offense with under a minute to go. Mitchell drives it to Hines. Hines thought about a three, decides to take a few steps in. Well, that's one way to stop her.
She got hit in the mouth there, I believe. When you said you got to hang tough, just
I don't think
Backstreet Boys kicked in my mind. Just hanging tough.
Is that the Backstreet Boys or is that the New Kids on the Block?
And New Kids on the Block. Yeah. They all the same to me.
Yes, you have two of the oldest men here talking about 1990s rock and roll here, but we'll do our best.
Hey, we did some MC Hammer in the classroom today. They didn't know what it was, so I had to teach them.
First is up, no good. Was it Hammer time, Brett?
Yeah, baby. I saw him in concert with Vanilla Ice.
There you go.
And Destiny's Child, all three of them.
Nat and Milli Vanilli, right?
Oh, have you seen the documentary on Milli Vanilli?
Oh, yeah.
It's good.
Second is up and good, and it's 37-8.
We all got sucked into that trap, didn't we?
Oh, yeah. So, Brett.
Go ahead.
Well, we got some free time. Townsend around the horn we go.
Yeah.
Tries to get to let the ball no good. Tap. Jumper up and good. Strickland will go to the line for two.
That's actually Graham there, Kevin.
So, Graham, okay. So, Brett, why we got some free time?
All right.
Can you teach me how to Dougie?
No. No, I think that's a little bit I was about 30 when that happened, so I don't really know. Now, I can do the moonwalk.
Yeah. I can whip, and I can nay-nay, too.
Yeah, I can do the moonwalk. The Michael Jackson moon. You know how much money that moonwalk made him? Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness.
That was back in the days when the whole one glove thing was,
Yeah, Billie Jean,
She's not my lover.
Just a girl says that I'm the one.
There you go. 30 seconds to go.
Do they listen to us down here?
I don't know, but they're laughing like that. Destiny Mitchell says, enough of this, and I'm going to go ahead and score three.
Karis Townsend brings the ball up the court.
Ball around the horn to
down low to
Boyd.
Price with a shot, missed.
Boyd picks it up. Does not get it to fall. Rebounded by Brianna Price.
And they called the foul. Hey. I thought maybe she walked, but they gave her the foul. That's good.
We all needed a breath, Brett.
I think Price is a freshman here at South Columbus.
Price is
granddaughter
freshman.
of Shirley Price.
Any relation to Jimmy Price?
I don't know, but Shirley was our office person for years when I first started, and then she went over to the county middle. She's done a lot for the schools here in Columbus County.
Price picks up the first.
Nice shot there.
The second is up. Back rim no good. Rebounded by Price. Cannot get it off, and our score will end at the end of the third quarter, Brett, 40-10 in favor of East Columbus.
Not a bad quarter for South Columbus. Think maybe East Columbus outscored them like maybe 8-5 there that quarter. So, well, no.
Opportunities for growth, Brett. I mean, you hate to say this is a moral victory, but
yeah.
I mean, if you're South Columbus, what do you look at and say, we may not have, won on the scoreboard, but we showed some growth here.
Yeah. And, that's part of it. Most people say moral victories aren't anything, but, they can be. They help you sleep at night a little bit better, knowing you played well or knowing that you did better than actually what you thought you would do. But, you got to pick and choose some of the positives in a game like this, and that's what Coach Storms is probably going to do at the end. She's going to pick out some positives that happened in this game, stay away from any of the negatives, and just, try to build her team up.
1 quarter to go before another big boys game, Brett.
Yeah, big, South Columbus on a roll with East Columbus coming in here to play in this boys contest.
South Columbus picking up 2 big victories in the last couple of weeks. Destiny Mitchell from way downtown doesn't get it to fall. Jumper controlled by trying to get a number here.
I wonder why they don't put their numbers on the front of their jerseys, too. Yeah, they do. You just can't see them, can you?
Well, let's say that's number 11. We'll call that Malia Graham.
I think it is.
Hard when you got dark numbers on dark numbers.
It's going to be a walk there.
Yep.
You don't think she did it.
Does anybody ever think they get fouled, Brett?
Showing her impression of LeBron James.
Does anybody ever think they'd give a turnover?
No. I'm sorry, you LeBron fans out there. I didn't mean to say anything negative.
Townsend with the basketball kicks it up to Jakiah Graham.
Could be a closely guarded call here, Kevin.
Gets it underneath.
Barely gets it away.
Kicks it down to Trinity Strickland. Too hot to handle to go over to East Columbus.
Too cold to hold.
Oh, that's deep.
What's next?
I don't know, but I'm going to keep setting them up on the tape.
They called the Ghostbusters and they're in control.
Yeah.
Oh, man, what you doing?
Dogs and cats living together in Mass's area. From
Deep
way
three by
downtown.
Kaylee Mitchell, and she gives a three as she comes down the court.
And Kaylee Mitchell wanted everybody to know that one. Ball over to Jordan Cribb. Just a bit too far. Malaya Graham too quick to handle. Graham's layup up no good. Rebounded.
Oh, nice.
Reverse layup up no good.
That.
Tied up, and it'll be.
I thought she was going to put that in with a backwards layup.
That would have been pretty. That one's a highlight reel if it goes in.
South Columbus in the front court. Townsend with the ball.
Townsend tries to let that double team, gets tied up, and we'll go back the other direction now.
I think she got enough for the first down, Kevin. What do you think? Oh, wrong sport.
We'll bring out the chains.
6:24 left to go here in the fourth. 45-10. East Columbus on top. And it looks like they're going to cruise to another victory and still stay in first place as they leave here. Good shot by a number. Is that what we say she was, 11? Is that what we said last time?
Yeah. And that is Malia Graham.
Yeah.
Drives the lane, hacked in the act, and gets it to fall.
Jakiah Graham waking up here in the fourth quarter.
Foul called on Destiny Mitchell. And South gets the bucket and will go to the line for the three-point play. Let's look at this from East Columbus's point of view, Brett.
Okay.
You know, you knew you were going to come in. You were going to get probably a pretty decent half a ball game maybe. If you're East Columbus, what do you work on this last 6 minutes to help you out? South with a couple multiple shots cannot get it to fall. Goes over to East. If you're East, what are you looking at these last 6 minutes to try and help you prepare for the rest of the season?
I mean, I would try to slow it down a little bit and try to work on a half-court offense. You know, it looks like they've got their fast break offense down pretty good. Let's see if they can work it around, and setting up and trying to get something going.
Into Destiny Mitchell, back to the corner. Kaylee Mitchell, jumper up, no good, rebounded by South Columbus. South trying to be able to hit the boards a little bit better in the second half.
But you know what? You can easily figure out East Columbus and what they're trying to do. They try to go to the high post, and then they just try to kick it out to one of their guards.
Destiny Mitchell like, who, me?
So maybe deny the high post and make them work it around the perimeter with their guards.
And once again, you said, though, pick your poison, Brett, because, Hines, Mitchell,
yeah, but what happens is if you get it to that big man at the top of the key, you have to fold down and kick it back out. It's hard to get in defensive position.
0-0, Janaisha Jackson with the bucket. Malaya Hines with the basketball. Tries the low post, finds nothing happening. Ball on the end line. It'll go over to South.
What I would have to say, though, East Columbus came out and played the first half really well. Second half they're winning, but I don't think they've played as well in the second half as they can.
Jackson to Cribb, and Cribb got a little too eager, took steps before she got the basketball and go over to East. Quick moving game, Brett.
It is.
It is only 7-11.
The one we called last week was about a 2-hour girls game, I believe.
In and out we go. Nothing happened over here. except for Malaya Hines dropping a dime for a three.
Well, South Columbus really tired on that defensive end, and nobody even got within 5-6 feet of her on that shot.
Dropping underneath. Graham's jumper up, no good. Tried to get a little too fancy there. Took the mustard off the hot dog, and, they won't relish that miss.
They could sauerkraut it, though. Jordan Cribb checks out. Sasser checks in for South Columbus.
Have we made enough hot dog references?
Yeah, and speaking of that, I'm gonna go buy us a hot dog at halftime.
You the man.
What you want on yours?
Mustard and onion, brother.
All right.
Ball tip, Hines with the basketball. I mean, she is cat quick, Brett. Layup off on the other end. Sweet little move by number 3, Riley Graham. Jumper up, no good. Almost to the end line, but kicks it back to Graham. Baseball pass. Foul on the sideline. But I'm going to tell you, Brett, if you remember that East Columbus softball team, you're seeing some of that right there.
Yeah. Again, East Columbus cherry picking a little bit there. Number 3 gets back real quick and calls for the outlet pass. Just South Columbus didn't have enough gas to get down and put any defense on that.
Okay, looks like Destiny Mitchell's going to be on the line for 2. No, actually, it's going to be underneath. South making mass substitutions.
So I would say I would give East Columbus an A on their secondary break offense. Probably something they need to work on is their offense once they get set up a little bit. They don't look as smooth in that as their secondary break.
So if you're looking to take them into the playoffs, Brett, how do you combat this East team?
Well, one, you got to have quickness because they're just as quick. But I'm going to make sure that that I get back defensively. If you don't get back defensively against this team, they're going to burn you. So maybe have somebody release deep every time a shot's up or something like that.
Mitchell's jumper up, no good. Tapped in the act, gets the bucket and the harm, and she'll go to the line for one more. I mean, this East team coming at you in waves, Brett. But these South girls have not backed down one bit.
And no way am I talking junk about East Columbus. I'm just saying some things that, from a 30-year coach that I can see that they can maybe, get a little bit better at.
Second free throw up, good. Malaya Graham picks the three-point play. And I think that's one of those things, Brett, both ends of these teams, South comes in looking, having certain expectations. East has certain expectations they're looking at. Quick steal by East Columbus. Layup up and good.
Nice anticipation of the pass going to the high post, and she takes it coast to coast. Number 11.
Graham.
Graham
is cat quick, and she is,
Another steal, knockaway by Graham. Goes back out.
Graham is one of those players that, she'll get really streaky. She is cat quick, and she's really aggressive on the defensive end, which I like, Brett.
I like her pink Reeboks, too. I guess that's Reeboks.
I'm still looking for the Chuck Taylor Converse, Brett. Cleans out. Does not get it to fall, but she'll go to the line for 2.
And again, if you notice, and this is just something that coaches that are scouting them out can see. As you can see, number 3 is always going back. She don't try to rebound. She's just releasing and trying to get a quick basket out of that. And as a coach, you got to pick that up and know that you got to send somebody with her each time.
Free throw, no good. Mass substitutions for the Lady Gators. Everybody coming in except for the shooter. And, Brett, we do have a running clock at this point down with minute 35 to go, 57-14 our score.
East Columbus got 5 out there now.
Mm-hmm. Second one is up. Rims around, no good. Rebounded by East hacked, and will be 2 more shots. But once again, our clock running, so we will have just 1 or 2 more possessions before the end of the ball game. Don't forget, stay right here. After this ball game, we have the men's game coming up. Very competitive game between the East Columbus Gators and the South Columbus Stallions.
I guess East Columbus got to talk about a few things there.
Clock's still running during the timeout there. Now we'll stop it.
I know Marlowe ain't going to add no time back on that clock. He said, I don't know, he might. He's punching some numbers down there. You know, as much as they pay Mr. Marlowe, you know, he should.
He's a math teacher. You'd think he'd know those digits.
I'm sure he gets paid $200-300 a game.
At least.
Well, that's how much he's worth.
Uh-huh. And I will tell you, you got Everline Davis down there at the scorer's table as well. Miss Everline, you know, an institution at South Columbus High School. The scorer's table is named after her. And even back when I worked here, Brett, you know, her age and her experience may be up there, but she will, and I'm sure you can attest to this, will outwork 95% of the folks you got on your staff.
She kept score for Charles Neesmith back in the day.
The old Peachtree Baskets, right?
Yeah, that's right. She's been here a long time and has been an asset to this state. I give it that. You know, not just South Columbus and Columbus County, but asset to the state.
Free throw is up and good. 58-14 our score. .6 to go. The clock will start after this free throw. Back rim's no good. He's still hawking the rebound lanes. East Columbus does not have to not shoot the basketball. Blocked on this end.
No foul, no blood, no foul, baby. He ain't calling no foul there. He's ready to get in that locker room and get a Pepsi.
And the defender's looking really unimpressed. Girls still hustling, God bless them.
See, that's a walk, Kevin.
It's a walk, not called.
See, she jumps with both feet. You know, usually if you're a good team with 4 seconds left, you pull the ball out and try not to score, but evidently East Columbus not.
They don't have a backup button, Brett.
Evidently not.
Our final score, East Columbus, the Gators with 58, South Columbus with 14. Both teams with some positives, Brett. East Columbus, you know, wanted to come out and play a reasonably crisp ball game, getting close to playoff time. We're into the last few weeks of the season. South Columbus looking to take a step up, maybe, you know, give themselves a measuring stick of how much they've improved this year.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you got to look at the positives. Positives for South Columbus, you played a better second half. First half weren't necessarily there for you. East Columbus, really good first half. Second half probably got a little lackadaisical a little bit. And, you know, didn't play as well as I probably thought they could, or the coach probably thought they could play a little bit better. But, hey, it's a win. You're still first in the conference and, you know, getting close to the time where the finales come around.
Getting almost to senior night, getting almost to homecoming. You get into playoff positioning, playoff time, and some of your crosstown rivalries. Plenty of basketball yet to be played, but it's about to get real exciting here in Columbus County and in the Waccamaw Conference.
What, about 2 more weeks? Is that what we got in
we
regular
have,
season?
I think we have 2 or 3 more weeks. Yes, sir. Okay, Brett and I are going to step out for a few minutes so you can enjoy some of the sights and sounds here at South Columbus. And we'll be back with the second game, the men's game, East Columbus at South. And we'll be back in just a few minutes.
You say mustard and onions or ketchup?
Mustard.
stretch my legs for a minute here.
Okay, Brett, we are back. The second half of our twin bill, you have two very evenly matched teams, two teams who like to light it up from the floor, the East Columbus Gators and the South Columbus Stallions. South, Brett, riding a bit of a bit of a wave of momentum, picking up two big wins. This East Columbus team can play with anybody. What do you see as the big deciding factor tonight's ball game?
Well, you know what? South Columbus tends to come out a little slow on the offensive side, so we'll see if they can do that. They don't want to get themselves in a hole, but East Columbus here, they could turn it on at any time, Kevin. They've been a streaky team, and at times they've played really well, and then at other times, they have some times where they can't get it going. But if East Columbus can get a good, 32-minute ball game here, it could be a long night for the Stallions. But I think the first meeting, South Columbus pulled it out. But you're still gonna have a good game because
crosstown rivals.
Both teams are, it's been Friday night. You've been thinking about this game all week. South Columbus has been riding a little high with a couple of wins that they've had here last couple of weeks. But we'll see.
Okay, Brett, we've got, royalty in the house. The ESPN crew is across the floor from us. And I asked Coach Dub if they were trying to do us or we're trying to do them. And to his words, all those are Burroughs kids over there.
Is that what he said? Hey, well, you know what? Years ago, I did start what we call the Stallion Crazies. That's probably been about 20 years ago. We did have shirts, and we lit it up in here a little bit. And, it's good that kids can come out and have a good time and have fun. And I'm glad to see they're still doing stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. You got to applaud the creativity. Colin Ransom on the mic.
Yeah, he does a great job. He loves it. He practices all week for this.
Son of Missy Ransom, teacher here at South Columbus.
Now just wait till he starts introducing the Stallions. I've seen him do it. Not that I'm being biased or anything, Kevin, but we are at South Columbus.
Yes, we are. We try to be as unbiased as possible.
Yeah.
We don't have any kids out here, and we don't know any of the family, so.
Lights go out. He's red-faced over there, Kevin.
Somebody get a throw license to College Lansing quick. Somebody needs to get him a throw license quick.
Hey, everybody having fun, teachers, kids.
It's Friday night, Brett. We finally got into the second half of the school year, and we kind of got a couple weeks into it now. Now it's time to get serious. Number 12, and that is Kanan Patrick. He'll jump against Monte Gore.
All right, here we go.
Now we can see the numbers, Brett.
Awesome. East Columbus going to control the tip.
Ball up to Jaden Troy. All right, take that back.
It's going to be a foul on South Columbus there. He sort of held him a little bit as he slashed to the basket.
Number 12, Patrick, he pretty much rid him the whole way, and if you're South, you really can't get Monte Gore into foul trouble early.
Said to Monte a lot during football season.
Round we go to.
Wide open in the middle. It's like a 4-guard offense here for East Columbus. You don't see anybody in the paint, which is.
I'm looking for 23, but I don't see a 23. Sorry, Mom and Dad. Underneath. In and out we go. Kanan Patrick with the first bucket of the ball game.
These were written down by the East Columbus coaches, so if it's not correct, you have to take it up with them.
Khalil Morgan with the basketball over to A.J. Scott. 3 up and good. Cole Edge with the bucket.
Now, South Columbus, you're going to see trying to live by that three-point line here tonight. Basically, 10 guards on the court, it looks like.
Front rim, no good. East with a second shot at the basket. Too many steps into the paint. 3-2 our score. South, 6:46 to go here in the first quarter.
And I was talking to Franklin Davis. He said this is one of the years in which really nobody in the county has anybody like over 6'4". You know, a lot of shorter players this year.
South Columbus cat quick to the offensive end. Raindrop deuce goes in, and South goes up 5-2. Ball in the hands of Devontae Marshburn. Marshburn closely guarded.
Khalil Morgan on the guard.
In and out we go. Almost a second foul picked up by Gore. Kanan Patrick threads the needle, gets the bucket of fall, and it's 5-4. South quickly breaks that press. Cole Edge with the basketball. Soft jumper up, no good. Rebounded by number 0, Andrew Todd.
Comes up with a rebound there.
Ball in the hands of Khalil Morgan. Morgan gets it around to A.J. Scott. Over to Cole Edge. Back to Andrew Todd. Underneath, nice pass underneath to number 10, Khalil Morgan. He'll pick up the bucket.
Morgan with a nice 10-foot jumper from the baseline. Tough shot. Goes for him.
7-4 our score in favor of South Columbus. Nice job guarding by Khalil Morgan, giving him all kinds of fits. Cole Edge fighting for the opportunity. Knocks it out of bounds. It'll be East Columbus basketball. I do think the speed has picked up quite a bit here.
Yeah,
Brett.
yeah. I knew this game was going to be wide open a little bit.
Tapped on the inbounds, it'll stay East Columbus basketball. South with long, lanky arms in the passing lane, not giving an easy opportunity to Kanan Patrick. Patrick on the inbound, able to get the ball. South hacks him.
Is that going to be 2 on Gore? Yep.
Second on Gore, second team foul.
Well, Gore played him wrong defensively to start out with. You know, you shield somebody away from the basket. He turned his back to him, and he just stepped right in and got a play. You know, it's like I used to tell my players, there's only one spot on the floor that they're trying to get to, and that's that orange rim.
Kanan Patrick gets the bucket.
He's got to come out there if he's got to. You can't afford to keep him in there. But he's going to roll the dice here with Lamonte Gore with 2 fouls here with 5:24.
Rebounded by Andrew Todd. Kicked ahead to Khalil Morgan. Morgan looks to set the offense around to A.J. Scott. Scott drives the lane, throws up a teardrop up, no good. Rebounded by Cole Edge. Quick passing by South Columbus. A.J. Scott the beneficiary, and South up by 4.
South Columbus going to pick it up, man.
Jaden Troy, Marshburn with the basketball, gets it over to C.J. Waddell.
If you're East Columbus here, you probably want to look at some backdoor cuts as much as South Columbus is overplaying you here.
Passing lanes all but obscured by South Columbus. East Columbus retained possession of the basketball with 4:40 to go here in the first. Trying to look at these numbers, Brett. I need to get them in numerical order. Somehow, Marshburn ends up with the basketball. Off the leg of a South Columbus defender will be East Columbus basketball. Cole Edge fighting for help underneath.
Does he call a timeout or a jump ball? Timeout.
Timeout. Hustle play by Cole Edge, and it will give South the basketball after the timeout.
And that timeout was called from the bench. That's heads-up coaching by South Columbus there. That's a way to get a possession back. But, defensively, East Columbus is playing really well right now. Just cannot get a stop.
And realistically, it seems like, the lid is on this basket in this game.
Trying to find some numbers over there?
Oh, yeah. And it would be helpful if I had them in numerical order. I'm trying to look up and down, find these folks.
We got to do it all, don't we, Kevin?
Well, sometimes you need all the help you can get.
East Columbus picking up full court pressure.
Morgan almost got away with that travel. Yeah. And you can see the official shaking his head like, sorry, sir. All right, the ball in the hands of number 2, Devontae Marshburn. Marshburn gets it over to number 3, C.J. Waddell. Around we go. Jumper by number 23 does not fall. I wish I had his name, folks. He's playing a nice little ball game. South basketball in the hands of A.J. Scott. Scott kicks it to Andrew Todd. Back to Scott. Scott threads the needle. Layup up and good by LaQuinton Floyd.
Floyd coming in and gives some good minutes there. He's in for DeMonte Gore. East Columbus sets up.
Got an illegal screen called on East Columbus. We'll go back the other direction.
It's going to be on number 5, Jaden Troy.
Jaden Troy. 11-5 our score, 3:31 to go here in the first. Well, question of who's going to inbound the basketball.
Oh, not a good pass there.
Try it.
Good job by number 12.
Kanan Patrick. Patrick, ball hawking senior that he is.
I don't know why you had to make that entry pass halfway across the court there. What's that call? It's against East Columbus. That must have been away from the ball. I didn't really see.
Called against the ball on number 3, C.J. Waddell.
I've been a little hand checking away from the ball.
Ball inbounded to Khalil Morgan. Morgan to Andrew Todd. Todd tries a lane, kicks it out. Around the corner we go to Scott. Scott kicks it. Corner jumper up, no good. Tipped. Rebounded by East Columbus in the hands of number. I don't got that number either.
South Columbus knocks it out of bounds. East Columbus going to take it. Thought maybe South Columbus would maybe pick up a full court press there, but they fall back in that half court trap.
Jaden Coleman, the rebounder, now with the basketball, gets his pocket picked with the body. No bucket. He'll go to the line for 2. Kind of a frustration foul there, I think, coming back the other direction.
Yeah, look pretty good. It might have got him on the bye a little bit, but look pretty good block there for East Columbus. But South Columbus go to the line shooting 2, number 10.
Khalil Morgan. Morgan's first up and good.
Really good freshman for South Columbus. West Columbus has got a really good freshman too. So, those 2 good players going to play 3 more years here in this conference.
Second up and good. South up 6, 13-7 with 2:30 to go here in the first quarter. Patrick thinks about it, gets the ball back around him. Nothing going in the paint for East Columbus at the moment. Jumper up, no good. Kane and Patrick with the rebound, no good. South ties themselves up.
That's usually automatic foul there in boys, but they're letting them go after the rebound. Cole Edge with a 3.
No good. Edge tries to get his own rebound, taken by East Columbus.
Seems like either team has not fell into a rhythm yet, Kevin.
Coleman gets hit. No foul call. We cannot stop the clock at this point. Finally able to stop the clock. And we're going to take a look at Coleman. Coleman came down awkwardly, and unfortunately that's going to hurt. Tough break for Coleman, playing a tough game. He's hustling on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, he is, Kevin. He's playing hard. Hopefully he'll be okay, and hopefully he can get back out there on the court really quick. South Columbus maintain possession.
.146 to go. South making some substitutions. South setting the offense to the left side, back to the top of the key. Takes it to the corner. Ball in the hands of number 4, Nasir Hutchison. Hutchison over to Morgan. Minute 30 to go here in the first quarter.
Could be a 3 seconds by South Columbus. They've been down there a long time, nothing called.
Jumper up, no good. Rebounded by number 2, Devontae Marshburn.
Nice
all
pass.
the way up the floor. And a sweet little layup
Number
by
3.
C.J. Waddell. Waddell gets the bucket and the harm. He'll go to the line for 1.
Nice outlet pass. Look like the girls play in there with those outlet passes. DeMonte Gore coming up to the scorer's table with 2 fouls.
Is it a mistake to put him back in the first quarter, Brett?
Well, you got 114. I probably would not put him in now, but hey, I don't know much about this sport.
Second rims out, no good. Rebounded by number 1, Montegore.
Just don't want to pick up a cheap one if you're DeMonte Gore.
Hutchison underneath, soft jumper. Rims in and out, no good.
Nice hustle by Floyd there.
Nice hustle, but he got kind of swung out of bounds. 57 seconds to go here in the first. South up by 4, 13-9.
Really, the game's been really sloppy, Kevin. It's not been the game that I thought it was going to be.
Got an offensive foul through the arm out, and we'll go back the other direction. And he saw that coming. The minute that arm got extended is when they're going to call.
Yep.
Nasir Hutchison in the ball, still in the ball game for South. Hutchison, nice little hustle ball player for a freshman. Hutchison thought about it. Can reset the offense. Hutchison down in the corner. Hutchison does not get the 3 to fall. He'll go over to East Columbus. Checking in for East Columbus is number 15.
Neither team shooting the ball really well this first quarter, Kevin.
Which we don't have.
Both under 40% shooting. Nice move, nice play.
Patrick deciding he's going to take care of this himself.
That's probably a mismatch there with Floyd on him, so you might see a change up defensively.
Marshburn's teardrop does not fall.
They got numbers, Kevin.
Long 3. Back off the backboard, no good. And Kanan Patrick's 3 makes it a 13-12 score in favor of the home team. And, for all the back and forth, Bryce, this is still a 1-point ball game.
Yeah, Floyd guarding Patrick there is not a good matchup for South Columbus. So see if they make a change there on that. But if you're East Columbus, you want to take advantage of that because that's your player, and you want him to get most of the shots. And he did a good job in that first quarter there, 13-12.
If you were East Columbus, Brett, do you go at Montegore and try to get him his 3rd?
I would. And probably if they come inside, he's probably going to foul you. But, I would try to go after him, but we'll see what happens here. My style is a little different than some coaches.
An acquired taste, Brett.
All right.
Said, was your style an acquired taste? Or
I just think it's just old school, from the way I was coached in high school. I
yeah,
I believed in doing anything to win that is sportsmanlike, if you know what I mean.
See, Brett's old school, and I'm just old, folks. And we're here in the second quarter of tonight's boys basketball game between South and East.
I'm older than you are, so hey. And wiser. No, I'm joking. All right, here we go.
Morgan with the basketball, kicked it to the corner. A.J. Scott's three, no good. Rebounded by South once again. South getting multiple opportunities at the basket. Up and good.
Nice. Andrew Todd there.
Todd with a 2 instead of a 3.
Okay. See if East Columbus can answer here. Got a lot of movement.
Entry pass. East looking to get in the low post. Quick hands. The ball is stolen. Stolen right back. Great defensive play by number 15.
And stolen. And there it is. Finally,
round and round we go.
I don't know what that was.
That's the way he drew it up. To pass it right to his man.
Yeah.
Jumper up, no good. Round and round we go. And number 5, Jaden Troy with the bucket. It's now a 15-14 ball game. Hate it when nobody takes the charge, Brett.
Yeah.
In and out we go by South. Cole Edge with the basketball. Edge's 3 up, no good. Tied up, and they'll call a foul instead.
Oh, that's 3 on Gore. That's why you don't have him in there, Kevin.
And with 6:42 to go here in the first half, Brett, Montegore with 3 fouls. Checking in will be number 2, shortly, Rovon Graham.
Almost think you need to call a timeout right now just to get him out of there now.
East with the basketball. Jaden Troy over to the corner to C.J. Waddell.
Illegal screen.
Moving screen by East.
And that's a foul on Gore that was 90 feet from his basket. So that's not the kind of foul that you actually want there.
Those are the kind that make, people have hair like me. A little salt and pepper, mostly gray.
Oh, is that what you call on your head?
It looks distinguished.
There we go. All right, South Columbus in the setup offense. Rovon Graham with the ball. Over to number 0.
Andrew Todd. Andrew Todd's 3 makes it 18-14.
Todd's been the offense here for South Columbus.
Drops
nice
it up underneath.
play.
Number 33, Matthew George with the bucket.
Oh, I'm going to tell you, Caden Patrick was the one that made the defense come to him. He just dished it off.
Underneath pass, tip no good. Back up
That's
again.
oh, my goodness. Oh, no.
I think Cole Edge is going to get that one, Brett. And, if I'm Corey Sykes down there, I'm trying to figure out why is one a foul and not the other.
Yeah, that's okay, though. East Columbus gets the ball back, playing hard. I'm going to tell you, Kevin, Caden Patrick's been the cog in this offense here. You got to focus on him a little bit. Maybe try to keep the ball from him.
Patrick astutely is forcing the defense to come play him, and now, the other passing lanes are opening up for East Columbus. Underneath to Patrick, fall away jumper, no good. Rebounded by number 10, Cleo Morgan. Driving the lane, teardrop no good.
And followed by guess who? Andrew Todd.
Andrew Todd, the spark plug for South, makes it a 4-point game with 5 minutes to go here in the first half.
Rovon Graham's limping a little bit. I don't know if he's hurt, Kevin, or whatever. He don't seem to be going as fast as he usually does. Might be a storyline we need to watch.
Patrick's thinking about it. Great entry pass. Tries to go back door. Stolen by Cole Edge. Edge drops it off, and we'll go back the other direction.
Pull-up jumper. Good.
Switch.
Number 10.
Number 10, Khalil Morgan. Captain Morgan with his 3 makes it a 7-point ball game with 4:35 to go here in the first half, 23-16. I'm going to start calling him captain.
Well, you know, the thing about it is you're looking good up on the scoreboard right there, but you got your probably best big man defender, you know, sitting on the bench with 3. And you got to be thinking, hey, maybe I should have took him out of there or whatever, because most of the time, rule of thumb, you get 2 fouls in the first half, you don't come back to the third. And that's the reason why. Because 4 minutes and 35 seconds, he's going to have to sit on the bench.
Okay, take us in that East Columbus huddle right now.
East Columbus, you know, what they did there, South Columbus went on a little run. They had some good transition baskets there, and I think Coach is trying to, you know, slow down the rhythm a little bit and say, hey, know where your man is. Definitely know where Andrew Todd is. And a lot of that's just trash baskets that South Columbus picked up. East Columbus got to do a little bit better job of rebounding there, especially on that defensive end.
Okay, 4:35 to go here in the first half. South up by 7 against East. Trying to dry the floor a little bit, and we're back to live action. Jaden Troy with the basketball. Troy to number 23. I wish I had his name for you. Eaten out by East Columbus. Tries to force a pass, stolen by number 2, Rovon Graham.
Steal. Khalil Morgan bringing it up. Over to 13, A.J. Scott.
Yep. Jumper up, no good. Quickly back the other direction. Troy almost gets away with a push-off. Does not get the call. Follow-away jumper up, no good. He's getting opportunities at the bucket, Brett, but it just seems that, South, every time East gets close, South finds an answer.
East Columbus right now has some subs in the game. Let's see if South Columbus can take advantage of that.
Scott with the basket, no good. Quick defense and quick work by the Gators, and they'll look to bring this down to a 4 3-point game. Heads up play by Andrew Todd. Misses the layup. He'll be thinking about that one tonight.
What's a walk on this end?
Too many steps.
He moved both feet before he put it on the floor. We know credit East Columbus there for a good defensive stance to stop that easy snowbird, but then turn it over on the other end.
A lot of back and forth action. Sometimes there's a difference, Brett, when you agree with between playing fast and playing too fast.
Yeah, I've seen both teams a little bit out of control here. Co-edge with a rebound, puts it back up, misses from short distance.
Going back the other direction. Splits the defenders. Nobody wanted to take the charge.
Somebody's got to step over and stop that penetration for East Columbus.
It's a lost start, not taking the charge these days. Ball up to the top with Rovon Graham. Under 2:50 to go.
But, there's nothing on the inside for South Columbus except for a penetration. Number 13 right there.
A.J. Scott.
Puts in 2. Referee's got to tie his shoe. A.J. Scott puts 2 up on the board for South Columbus. 2:39 left. South Columbus up 25-18 against East Columbus.
Okay, here we go. Back to live action. 2:36 to go here in the first half. Ball up to Jaden Troy. Troy to 23. Back down to Troy. Hands all over him.
Nice reverse layup.
Hands all over Jaden Troy. No call, but he still gets the reverse layup. 25-20 or score. 2:15 to go in the first half.
If you're South Columbus, this is where you want to attack the basket. You see that a lot of starters are on the bench for East Columbus. You got to pick that up. 13 to the basket. Misses. Co-edge with the save over to Rovon Graham.
Graham's jumper up, no good.
Oh, Andrew Todd with the pick.
And gets it back. Jumper up, no good. Quickly back to East Columbus. Tries to get his pocket picked. Totally misses.
Well, at least he tried to get the charge.
Yeah. There you go. It's a step in the right direction.
No continuity here. so far, Kevin. Andrew Todd misses.
Over to East Columbus.
Official missed it right in front of his face, and
the official on the far side, helped him out.
Maybe the angle weren't good there. South Columbus takes the ball on the baseline. Both teams out of breath. Both teams run up and down, but no avail, no points.
Ball inbound, taken up by number 10, Khalil Morgan. Morgan looks to split the defense. Round to A.J. Scott. Over to Cole Edge. South, nothing happening underneath. Long range jumper in and out, no good. Wigley, Jaden Troy back the other direction. Up. And just off the back rim, no good.
He's wide open underneath, Kevin. Nobody fronting him. And he's going to score there.
Patrick's going to take that bucket every time, Brett, if you're not going to front him on the entry pass.
You got to make an adjustment on Patrick at halftime. He's pretty much been the dagger in your side if you're South Columbus.
25-22 our score, 30 seconds to go here in the first half.
South looks like they're going to pull it out for the last shot.
We say that every time, Brett, and every time it never happens.
I think they're going to do it. I think they're going to do it this time, Kevin.
And we're wrong again.
Well, hey, they still did. They had to do that one. 14 seconds left. Scott missed the Andrew Todd missed the layup. Was going to go for two. And I don't think either team has played a good first half, Kevin. I mean, it's just looks sloppy both ways.
A lot of game yet to be played. Only a 3-point ball game. Got South with a substitution.
I think Rovon Graham's got to be hurting a little bit. He's actually going to the locker room. So something's got to be going on.
Second one up, no good. Cole Edge with the rebound. Around the corner we go.
Just
too hot to handle. Reverses. Jumper up. No good. Rebounded underneath. Nobody can get the handle in our half end at 25-22.
Well,
and
Kevin,
Brett, a lot of action, but a lot of correctable mistakes will make for an exciting second half.
Yeah, I think both coaches would probably admit that was an ugly half of basketball, especially from the way these two teams have played before. I'm sure that's going to be the subject of the conversation in the locker room for both teams.
So if I can paraphrase, the team that stops beating itself, Brett, will win this ballgame.
Kevin, I just think there's no continuity in any kind of offense or whatever. I mean, South Columbus comes down and it looks like they're just throwing up shots. But probably the brightest point that I see from both teams is Caden Patrick. He's playing really well, playing under control. Just maybe East Columbus wants to get him the ball a little bit more. I
think Kanan has done a great job on the offensive end. And you start to see a bit in the start of the second quarter, Brett, of Kanan Patrick, the facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, when he gets the ball, he does good things with it. Looks to pass it, tries to score when he gets the open shot. But, he's probably been the best player on the court tonight. Todd's been really good for South Columbus. Got a couple of trash baskets underneath. But like I said, he's taken his share of them too.
All right, we'll be back in just a few minutes with Connie Falk from CCCA. The application for the early college has just gone live this week. We're going to talk a little bit about, coming to CCCA and what our program is all about. So we'll be back with Connie Falk and the CCCA school program here at halftime in just a few minutes. Okay, I am back with Constance Falk, the broadcasting director, impresario, coordinator. We'll give you as many titles as we can
Oh, Lord.
at CCCA, Columbus Career and College Academy. And the application process went live, and we're looking forward to, in just a few weeks, talk to us a little bit about what the 8th graders in the county will be doing in just a few weeks.
Well, in just a few weeks, the 8th graders will be coming to the school to visit and stuff, which is really great. So our application is live, like you said. You can find it on our Facebook, on our website. And the cool thing is you can do it all digitally now. If you really want it, you can come in and get your application. But honestly, it's better to do it digitally because you can do it right there at home with your child. And it makes it so much easier for the parents. And in a few weeks, they're going to be coming to our school, and they're going to be seeing all the wonderful programs we have, such as our amazing core classes with our math and our English and science and history, all that great stuff, and see how we actually work. They're getting like a hands-on also look at how our school is ran day to day.
I would be remiss if we didn't mention our CTE teachers. It is
Of
CTE.
course.
It is CTE month.
It
so
is.
we got to make sure.
I know, well, CTE here. So our career technical education programs are amazing. You have your masonry, you have your metals, your culinary, and also your broadcasting, which is doing this for you right now live. So it's really great that we have these awesome programs so these kids can get hands-on stuff. Just like with me, and like with masonry and all these other programs, this hands-on stuff gives them career life experiences. Like they get to do these games, get certificates, all kinds of stuff. Serve safe with culinary. And let me tell you, culinary makes some amazing food.
Oh, I know. I don't know if you had a chance to see me in person, but I don't go away hungry from CCCA.
I mean, me either. I try to sneak in there and get some stuff, but they kind of give me a look. We're not supposed to know their recipes, I guess.
Yeah.
They do
Closely
a great
guarded
job.
secrets, I definitely will assure you. You know, for a long time, CCCA has had that reputation of they take the high flyers, or it's just, the AV student. Talk to us about what a typical CCCA student is.
Well, speaking on that rumor, I can't say much about it. Like when I was growing up, I thought I was going to go to that school. I didn't. But anyway, it's not the high flyers all the time. I don't know where that rumor got started. We accept people who want to be pushed, that get that rigor and stuff. So the average CCCA student, is looking to better themselves, learn leadership skills, to get that college education, because some of them are not going to go to college. Some of them are not, and that is okay. We need more trade work. We need those people. We need more linemen and stuff. And so we have that great opportunity with these kids who really are dedicated to their work. They really are trying to better themselves. And they ask us questions all the time, and sometimes it's the most random ones.
If we can chime in, we want those kids at CCCA, and I'm sure you'll agree with this. We want that kid who wants to do school, wants to try, wants to be.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't quite fit into that traditional high school mold.
Oh, yeah. Most of my students are actually, they're shy students. They're very quiet. They start in my classroom, and I feel like I am just lecturing because I'm trying to get them open, but at the end of the year, they can't stop. It's like they have completely changed. They are being leaders in the community, and that's what we really want, right?
The growth of our kids is astronomical, absolutely.
Yeah.
And a lot of opportunity at CCCA. Not only do you have, while we don't have sports, we have so many other things going on. Talk to us a little bit about Skills USA and ambassadors and some of those opportunities.
Oh, yeah. Skills USA, love it. We're training now. Skills USA is a wonderful national organization that is trying to focus on leadership skills. We're talking about, can we speak in public? Can you make eye contact and shake somebody's hand? How's that resume building going for you? We're trying to help develop all those skills that you need for any job, but for life itself. And also there's competitions they can do to win scholarships and money and awards and all that stuff, which is great. Now, the ambassadors are like the face of our school. These are the kids that will show those beautiful 8th graders around and get them hyped up. And they are the people that at any of the events that we have that you're going to see their faces, because they have really tried to work hard on their skills to be able to come out to the public and be really good community members.
Talk to us a little bit about your own program, the broadcasting program. I know you've had a number of students get professional certifications in the last few years. Talk to us a little bit about the opportunities available within the broadcasting department at CCCA.
Well, I'm always going to brag about my program because when it's mine, I love it. It's a great program. These kids get to learn technical skills on, like, the computer. I mean, you would not believe how many kids do not know how to open up Google correctly and the right words and stuff. And they get to learn Adobe, Photoshop, and Premiere. And these are all, like, software skills, and they get certified in it. And the cool thing is my class is a dual enrollment with Southeastern, so they'll stay with me as their college professor as well. And so by the time they're done with me, they're going to have their certificate with SCC in broadcasting. And that's awesome.
Great opportunities, not only because I know you push this and the other programs push this, so great mentors in the community with our programs and who can go take you right out into the job course. I know Mr. Mason over in the masonry department has had a number of students who are professionally employed now come back and mentor younger students.
Yeah, we have them too. We have some kids right now at WCT, and I'm very proud. And we get internships a lot. And a lot of my students start running their own business, and I think that's really neat. At the end of the day, CCCA just wants to make very productive community members. We want people to come back to this community and help us be better.
Now, one quick little aside, I know, quick little commercial for you. I do know you do a lot of senior portraits, senior photos.
I do.
So
yes.
let's go ahead and give you a quick commercial.
You want to give me a plug?
Yeah.
So, yes, Constance Elizabeth Photography. You can find me on Facebook, the Myrtle Beach one, not the Canada one. She's great, too. But, yes, I'm doing senior photos, especially for our CCA. I'm also posting ads on it. So you can find me, and I'll be happy to do seniors photos around the area for you.
All right. I appreciate you stopping by. As we start the second half, I'll give a quick commercial here for the college side is going to be doing the first home baseball game on Sunday afternoon down at the Southeastern Community College Field.
Yep.
We're back to second half action, and all of a sudden we have a quick start with number 23, who we've just found out is Javon Junius with the three. Junius' three makes this a tie ball game, and we're back to ground zero, Brett.
All right, I'm back there, Kev. Sorry about that.
That's all right. I appreciate you finding us those names. Couple of quick turnovers, and we're going back the other direction once again. Tied at 25, 7:19 to go here in the third quarter.
Brand new ball game here.
Jumper up and good.
Foot was on the line. That's going to be two.
A.J. Scott for a two makes it 27-25. South in a 1-2-2 press. Tries to backdoor it in.
Nice move.
Muscles under, can't get it to fall. It's Kanan Patrick.
And that's going to be, that's going to be the key to East Columbus here, trying to pull this game out. It's Patrick.
Scott with the basket, close to the yard. Almost gets away with an offensive foul. Jumper up, in and out, no good. Rebounded by South.
Got his own rebound.
Morgan with the basketball, kicks it back up to the top of the key. Andrew Todd with the basketball, kicks it over to Khalil Morgan. Morgan and Scott playing a two-man game. Tip got his pocket picked, and here we go the other direction. Foul
Devontae Gore's going to get his fourth.
Gore picks up his fourth.
Really don't know why he's in there now.
And Marshburn looks like he'll go to the line for two.
I mean, he's played a total of 5 minutes the whole game. I mean, you just got to know, Kevin, that you got three. You let that kid go on by.
Sometimes, Brett, discretion is the better part of valor. Free throw up and good, 27-26.
So he's not going to definitely be able to come back in until the fourth quarter.
But Quentin Floyd checks in for DeMonte Gore. Second, no good. Rebounded by East Columbus. Round the horn we go. Up. In and out, no good. Tap to the bucket, no good. Go back to South.
And how this hurts South Columbus, it hurts them on the rebounding side there because DeMonte Gore is one of their biggest rebounders, and he's not in there. So Quentin Floyd's got some big shoes to fill.
Sweep thread into the needle. Back to Cole Edge, over to A.J. Scott. Scott thinks about it, pulls it up. Khalil Morgan, 4-3! Not the game of two, the game of two.
Wow, there's been a lot of feet on the line here. You don't want to take those shots with your feet on the line.
Cole Edge gets called for the foul. Yeah, got beat off the block.
I think he'd have been okay if he didn't swipe down. If he would have went straight up, I don't know if they would have called that. But 23 for East Columbus goes to the line.
And number 23, we have that name now too, is Ty Marion Baldwin. And finally got these names, guys.
Yeah.
Baldwin's first falls. Baldwin gets 1 of 2, rebounded by East Columbus, Jaden Troy.
South Columbus doing a horrible job on the blocks there of blocking out people on the free throw. I mean, that should be automatic that you get a rebound on the bottom block there. Just East Columbus just out hustling South Columbus.
And the frustration of Corey Sykes right now is if you're going to put a body on anybody, you're going to need to get one on Kanan Patrick. Patrick's first falls, 28-30. Number 11, and that is Ethan Cullifer, checks in for Cole Edge. 2-point ball game, 5:26 to go here in the third quarter. Patrick's second falls, and it's a 1-point game. Round to A.J. Scott. Scott thinks about it, pulls it back. Tries to force the pass to Morgan. Off his hands, and it'll be East Columbus basketball.
Just
30-second timeout by Corey Sykes. What's he telling his young men in the huddle?
You know, I really hadn't seen any continuity on South Columbus here all night. I just think they need to slow down a little bit and try to get their offensive sets in. I mean, score off the fast breaks and stuff, but you know, you got to come down and do more than 1 or 2 passes and shoot. I mean, you're overloading one side. You're not rotating it back to the other side. You just got to, once you get in your offensive set, you got to work it around. You know, they're in a hole here because, you know, their big men are both of them are on the bench here, and some younger players and players that haven't played a lot has got to step in and fill shoes.
And still, Kanan Patrick, I don't think he has maybe 1 foul in the ball game, and I mean, he's still the biggest man on the floor.
And then
looking up to Kanan Patrick.
And he loses it.
Patrick gets it tipped away. Rebounded by East Columbus in the hands of number 5, Jaden Troy. He picks up the garbage bucket. And East with their first lead of the ball game. Too many steps by Captain Morgan, and we'll go back the other direction.
I think that was Captain Scott.
Captain Scott?
Yeah. A.J. Scott.
We'll come up with a nickname for him shortly.
The travel.
Ball around to Javon Junius. Junius with the ball in the front court. Junius tries to split the defense. Kicks it back out. Kanan Patrick underneath. Too hot to handle. Just a bit ahead of Junius. And we'll go back to South Columbus basketball. 4:45 to go here in the first.
Surprisingly, DeMonte Gore's coming back in the ball game with 4 fouls. Oh, did he come back out? Okay.
And then he comes back in.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Make up your mind there. And he's got to play knowing he's got 4 fouls.
Do you risk putting him on Kanan Patrick?
I wouldn't.
Edge with the basketball. Kicks it over to Khalil Morgan. Morgan to Montagore. Ball tipped, heading back the other direction. Another missed layup by Jaquez Smith.
Luckily for South Columbus, he missed that one. Foot on the line, missed.
Tipped up, no good. Montagore gets the rebound, kicks it back up, and he's fouled by Javon Junius.
And that's why you have to have DeMontagore in there, is because of the rebounding. But, you know, hopefully he's been told in his ear, do not foul no matter what.
High risk, high reward at this point, Brett. Being a close ball game, you need your big player in there. But is the risk worth the reward at this point?
you know, it's still 30-31 game. You know, I would have probably waited to put him in if I would have gotten down 7, 8, 9 points. Like I said, you're taking a risk here. You know.
Looks like South will be subbing in for the shooter.
Okay. I was starting to say, if he gets away with no foul here, you know, you may want to go to Vegas tonight and put all your money on red.
Timeout call while the player was on the floor to avoid the turnover, and it'll be East Columbus basketball. The clock's still rolling.
Mr. Marlowe's ready to go to the house. No, Mr. Marlowe, they keep fussing at him. He'll run it some more and say, I dare you.
David Marlowe, longtime volleyball coach and several other sports. (31-30) our score in favor of East Columbus. 3:46 to go here in the third. And a lot of back and forth, Brett. Nobody really able to put a handle on this thing. Patrick with the basketball. Almost stolen by South Columbus.
South wanting a 10-second call there, but quite get it.
Patrick with the basketball, driving the lane, throws up an off-balance shot, up and good. And East with a 3-point lead.
You got to find an answer for Patrick. South Columbus has not had it tonight.
Round to Andrew Todd, back up to Robon Graham. Round the horn we go to Cleo Morgan. Morgan back to Todd. Back over to A.J. Scott. South looking to thread that needle.
Kevin, if you're South Columbus, you've got to start looking at some picks, trying to get some kids open.
Underneath it goes, and Andrew Todd with the answer. 34-32 in favor of East Columbus. South with a quick steal by Cole Edge. In and out, no good. Rebounded by South, loses control. We'll go back the other direction quickly. Blocked down, held ball.
Nice job by Cole Edge against number 3 for East Columbus there.
Problem with riding the dragged edge, Brett, is you're looking at, got an official's timeout.
Look at the score, Kevin.
32-3.
Something isn't right.
Now, I may not be a math teacher like Mr. Marlowe down there, but I can count.
I think it's 33-32.
I think it's 34-32.
34-32. 33.
33?
Yeah. I think that's correct. All right, both books say that is correct, so South Columbus will put the ball in play. And like I said, I think if you're South Columbus, you got to find some way to set picks to get kids open. East Columbus playing a fantastic job of facing, basketball, and South Columbus just not getting any open looks.
Okay, South Columbus with the basketball. Round we go. Up to Andrew Todd. Down on the court. Throws up a little prayer not answered. Todd gets the rebound and gets the foul, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Was that against number 5 or what number was that, Kevin?
I want to say it was against 5, Jaden Troy.
Okay. Looked like a good block from this side, but
sometimes you get him up top, you get him with the body underneath.
Yeah. Seems like South Columbus hasn't been able to buy a free throw here tonight.
Been one rim in the one game and second in this rim in the other game.
Lamont Gore's going to check back in with 4 fouls.
Second up, no good. It's still 33-32. 2:27 to go here in the third quarter. 2-man game. Block called underneath. And an unforgiving floor, and that young man's going to feel like getting up.
It hadn't gotten any softer over the years.
Junior's a tough player. I saw him playing football, and I'll tell you, he's a tough customer. He's going to try and stick it out. With scoring a ball game for East Columbus, do you go after him?
I'm sure they probably know, so you probably want to.
3 up, no good. Rebounded by East Columbus.
Just rebounding. You know, East Columbus has killed South Columbus on rebounding.
Kanan Patrick for 3. Front rims it no good. Rebounded by Montagore. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third. East up by 1. Round to Montagore. He kicks it to A.J. Scott. Scott over to Khalil Morgan. Throws up a rainbow and gets it to fall. South back in the lead by 1.
You know, you would probably want to do a defensive-offensive switch with DeMontagore and keep him off the defensive end because you don't want him to pick up that last foul.
Junius is 3 up, no good. Rebounded by Cole Edge. South quickly back into the forecourt. Rise the lane. Gets it to fall. Sweet little rainbow. And number 10, Khalil Morgan, picks up 4 quick points. Call for the travel before the hold, then it'll be South Columbus basketball. 1:07 to go. Do you keep, it looks like they're going to keep Montagore in the ball game.
Yep. He must trust him an awful lot. Or he's threatened him not to foul.
At the top it goes. Too far away. Up. And just no good. Tips it up and nice. Good. Montagore with a quick hand. Skies above everybody else and makes it a 5-point game. Underneath. Hoop and Harmon. All of a sudden it's a 3-point ball game.
.22.
That foul is called on
Cole Edge, I believe.
Cole Edge.
You know, East Columbus not giving up, Kevin.
This is a scrappy East Columbus team.
It is. Patrick going to the bench, the final 37 seconds of this quarter.
Julian is playing a tough half, picking up some big stops and big buckets for East Columbus. A lot of scrapping underneath, and we've got,
you know, just horrible rebounding by South Columbus. I mean, like I went to earlier, you've got position on the block on the free throw, and just East Columbus is out hustling you.
And that will drive Coach Batty.
Yeah.
32 seconds to go here in the third quarter. East down by 3, but with the basketball. Up and in. Baseline layup makes it a 38-37 game. 25 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
I'm not going to say it, Kevin.
Don't jinx it. It's like saying there's no traffic. 7 seconds to go. South's going to initiate the offense. Throws it up to the free throw line and good. Travel called. That will end the quarter. Our score with 1 quarter yet to play, Brett. South 40, East 37. I want to give a quick shout out to the principal of CCCA, Christian Godwin, celebrating her 25th birthday today.
There we go. Nice principal at 25. I like that.
Very, very, mobile, very mobile person, very, fast climbing.
There we go.
I, of course, had my 522nd birthday here on January the 4th. My sister's is today, actually.
Okay, cool. I'm still trying to figure out why y'all want to be principal, but anyway, it just don't hit me. I've got my degree in my back pocket, but that's where it's going to stay.
Maybe one of these days I'll get another opportunity, Brett, whether it'll be here or elsewhere.
I'm sure you will.
A lot of opportunities here, there, and everywhere. This is an election year. I may just run for president.
Hey, I've made a comeback, so hey. Now a science teacher, Kevin.
And I saw a great picture of you with your kids in these your glass, with these glasses that
Goggles, yeah.
Goggles.
Safety.
Safety first.
Yeah.
Brett enjoying his.
I get to teach longitude and latitude next week. We're going to plot some hurricanes. I'm excited.
Brett being a Renaissance man. Yeah.
Gets me out of bed in the morning.
Ah.
South Columbus started the fourth quarter up by 3.
Stops you from watching those soaps in the afternoon, doesn't it?
That's got to be a foul, but nothing called.
A.J. Scott just continues to make that rainbow fall. It's a little teardrop jumper, but he gets it to fall every time. 42-37 our score, 7:36 to go in the ball game. Great body control by Kanan Patrick.
Going after DeMonte Gore there, he had to let him go. Smart move, but it gives 2. East Columbus is probably going to take advantage of that. That's a turnover.
Tries to thread the needle, knocks it off of the underneath defender.
South Columbus has scored a lot of baskets by slashing to the basket and coming up with teardrops.
Got to get him any way you can get him at this point. Tough inbound for South Columbus. Finally gets it in. South going to look to reset the offense. Easton a 1-2-2. Might as well go with the basketball. Kicks it over to Khalil Morgan. Morgan for 3! Khalil Morgan making it rain. 6-point lead by South Columbus. 6:55 to go in the game. South with a bit of a token pressure. Kicked the ball up into the stands.
Did it go through the upright? I think it did.
It did.
I think it was inside the wall there. That's
so
3.
much for wide right like it was in the championship games last week. Gotta love the reflexes of that lady up in the top of the
Yeah.
She had no idea that was coming.
I'd have kept the ball and said it's my souvenir.
Another lucky pan gets a souvenir. South with a 6-point lead, 6:45 to go in the ball game. Calling for the pick.
Oh, that's the illegal screen.
Called for the illegal screen. We'll go the other direction.
And that was okay, but he leaned into it a little
Brett,
bit there.
why is that an illegal screen? Explain what an illegal screen is to our viewers.
Well, what he did, he was, you're supposed to stand still, vertical up. When you lean over from the waist and try to keep him from impeding through, that's going to be an illegal screen. And you also got to give him a step, too, and let them know you're coming.
So you can't blindside.
But I don't think that's what the call was. I think it was that lean.
I think he got him with the hip, true. But, it's like that whole defenseless receiver thing. Ball down to the low post. Up, no good on the 3. 2 taps on a rebound, no good. We got a foul called, and we'll be over in the corner.
That's going to be on Khalil Morgan there. Not a bad foul. He kept the fast break from occurring. Now, big possession for East Columbus right here. You want to score to keep it, within that 6-point threshold. And coach for East Columbus is calling the timeout there.
30-second timeout by East Columbus. Take us in that East Columbus huddle. What are you telling your men?
Well, he's just going to say, guys, right here we've been in this ball game all night. South Columbus has been on a run. Now it's our turn to take this next run because, basketball games are games of runs anyway. So, you're probably going to get Morgan back in there and you want his hands on the ball. Hopefully if you're East Columbus, you're saying that South Columbus, Gore has 4 fouls. Take the opportunity maybe to take it to him and see what happens. If Gore's guarding a guard, that's a mismatch, and you're going to take it straight to him there. And so I'm sure Coach Sykes over here has put Gore on, one of the big men that's going to stay down low.
Okay, 6:23 to go here in the ball game.
But it looks like he's on Patrick, which is not a good matchup for South Columbus.
Patrick and Gore. DeMonte Gore had to seriously think about how aggressive he wants to play on defense. Too many steps.
I mean, if I'm Coach Sykes, I'm gonna take Gore off of tell me his name again. Patrick, yeah.
And I think you live by the sword, you die by the sword. I think he's going to say, if we can't control Kanan Patrick, it's going to be hard to win the ball game anyway. Round we go. Drops it off on the corner. Todd's up, shot no good. Underneath is A.J. Scott, right place, right time with an easy bucket.
I think South Columbus actually has the largest lead of the ball game now.
47-39, an 8-point lead.
Now here's where you need to give Gore a rest. You're up by 7. You know, you have the opportunity to give him some rest, and you don't want to lose him.
Troy with the basketball.
And he
To the top of the key. 3 up, no good. That's 3 attempted by C.J. Waddell. Troy trying to pick his pocket. Splits the defender somehow. 3 up and good.
Kick and shoot it,
Andrew Todd. Andrew Todd, recipient of a nice pass.
He's going to be special over the next couple of years there.
Jumper is up and good. We'll go to the line for 1. It's now an 11-point lead for South Columbus.
Right there, South Columbus got all excited about hitting that 3, did not get back on the defense, and East Columbus took advantage of it, and now they're going to go to the line. The game don't stop, Kevin. You hit a 3, you got to get back on defense.
Jacquez Smith playing heads up, gets the bucket, made it to a 9-point game. He'll look to complete the 3-point play. 5:03 to go here in the fourth quarter. Free throw no good, rebounded by Andrew Todd.
South Columbus with a chance to go up double digits.
Cleo Morgan. Around the horn we go. Back over to A.J. Scott. Scott thinks about it, pulls up his dribble. Released off the pick is Montagore. Once the pick was gone, he rolls right to the basket and picks up the deuce. Heads up play by A.J. Scott. This is off underneath.
You got to get a timeout if you're East Columbus right here.
A momentum-breaking timeout if you're East Columbus. South all of a sudden on a big roll, up 13 with 4:17 to go.
Well, South Columbus hadn't got it together until this last 2 minutes, and now they've turned it on and extended this lead to about 13 with 4 minutes, 17 seconds left. Like I said in the last time out, East Columbus coach was saying, hey, South Columbus went on a run. It's time for our run. Well, that run didn't ever come to fruition. South Columbus kept with their run and now have extended it to a 13-point lead.
If you're East Columbus, do you have enough possessions to get yourself back in this ballgame?
Well, it's according to how South Columbus plays this. If they slow it down a little bit, it's going to be tough because, you're getting in the point now that if you're South Columbus, your biggest opponent is turning into the clock. So we'll see.
First horn, kick back in here with 4:17 to go in the fourth quarter.
Here's how lowly my life is. I had a dream last night about I was playing for Dean Smith, and he put us in the four corners. No lie, I had that dream. And I don't know why, because I'm not a Carolina fan.
Dean Smith, it's amazing to think, he has been gone for, 20, 25 years now?
Yeah. We used to love to watch his little Sunday show. Patrick back into the ball game.
3 from the corner, no good. Rebounded by Andrew Todd. Todd looks to bring the ball up to the front court. Drops it off.
East Columbus going to try to trap here to try to get a turnover. You got a dish.
Splitting the defense. Gets to Cole Edge. Cole Edge picks up the easy bucket.
See, that's what happens when you try to trap South Columbus. Once they fight through, then you've got numbers.
South all over the passing lanes. It looks a bit ragtag, but it's effective. And East Columbus scrambling to get the ball. Around the horn we go. Fronting Killian Patrick at this point. Jumper up and good. 56-43, 3:25 to go here in the fourth. Ball in the hands of A.J. Scott. Scott's going to drive. No foul called. And looked a bit out of control.
$1 million move, 50-cent shot there, Kev.
Oh, that's deep. You need a bumper sticker there.
Yeah.
Drains the 2 and is 56-43.
And that's the player that DeMonta Gore is guarding, and he really can't guard him the way he wants to because of his foul trouble. So, you may want to
56-46,
Switch.
10 minutes to go, 2:46 to go.
Double foul underneath.
Jockeying for position.
Got a technical foul. And that's what they should have did at West Columbus the other night. Once they started japping back at the refs, boom, pop him real quick, Kevin. And that should have been a technical foul. You guys say yes, sir, and move on.
One of the important lessons in high school basketball, Brett, is how to respond to adversity. And unfortunately, these gentlemen,
he may get another one hollering bullshit coming up. Excuse my language, but that's what he said coming off. BS.
if you're listening from the FCC, that was Brett, not me.
That was. I'm sorry. I apologize right now, but I'm just saying what he was saying under his breath. Anyway, hey, if I get fired, they fire me. Beep. All right,
hopefully the censor button working real well tonight.
Yeah, that's okay. So East Columbus with a technical foul, number 10.
Yeah, double foul called first, which neither side had an advantage. Then we had the technical foul call for drawn to the official. And in games like this, Brett, where you're talking about an 8, 9, 10-point ball game, extra possessions for South kill you if you're East Columbus.
But you got to understand the frustration of East Columbus. You've been in this game all night, and just South Columbus takes that run in the last 3-4 minutes to extend this. East Columbus has played a really good basketball game.
1 of 2 for South Columbus, 11-point lead, 2:46 to go. South, more importantly, gets the possession back.
Patrick is a senior, right, Kevin?
That's correct.
Okay. Patrick's played a really good basketball game here tonight.
Precious seconds ticking off the clock for East Columbus. Corey Sykes telling him to hold on, make him play you.
And, if you're East Columbus here, you probably want a foul because South Columbus has not been really good from the line.
Troy trying to pick up the foul, finally gets it.
There we go. And that's a smart move if you're East Columbus there.
But again, 12, 13, 14 seconds have come off the clock, Brett.
Well, I think East Columbus is going to put in their subs here, and I guess that just means, that we're going to concede this basketball game. Maybe there's a little bit of emotion over there, and that might be a smart move by the coach from East Columbus.
Interesting, 11-point game with 2:19 to go. One way to go.
Barring any crazy stuff right now, it looks like South Columbus is going to get another big win in the conference.
South looking, perhaps to get some decent playoff sitting, maybe get a home game or two.
And I'm going to tell you, South Columbus was really lucky to come out of this game with a win because, it didn't look good. East Columbus took the lead with about 3.
For 3 is Andrew Todd. 14-point lead, 1:52 to go.
It's been all Todd and all Morgan here tonight. Probably combined they have at least 40.
Carey called, and we'll go back the other direction.
And got to give it to Monta Gore. Neither one of me or you thought that he was going to make it.
At some
to
point
the
in the first half, you had to question whether he was going to make the end of this ball game.
But he did a good job of knowing what he needed to do to stay in this ball game.
Swings it around. Drops off to the low post. Baseline jumper up, no good. East Columbus back the other direction with 1:32 to go. Driving the lane, throws it a reverse layup, foul, and we'll go to the line for 2. Both of these teams, Brett, in playoff contention, has opportunities to do some things, and neither one of these teams is going to be easy out for anybody.
Yeah, well, thinking about the playoff, with South Columbus, of course, they're trailing Trask. Trask undefeated in the conference. It's going to be tough to get that number 1 seed in the 2A. But, looking like right now, South Columbus is in the driver's seat for the number 2 2A spot.
And, again, neither one of these teams are an easy out, Brett. They both have particular strengths that if you catch them on the right night. Rebounded by South, 1:25 to go in the ball game. Full timeout by Corey Sykes. And looks like South's going to empty their bench as well.
Like I said, Kevin, East Columbia has nothing to hold their head down. They came in as the underdog and, scared the home crowd for a little while.
This has been mostly a 4, 5, 6 point ball game, 3/4 of the game.
Yep.
Yeah. And here's the thing.
Nice tumbling over there on the other side there, Kevin. I
South
wish I could do that.
South Columbus cheerleading squad and the East Columbus cheerleading squad doing a great job tonight, really keeping this pretty good sized crowd, pretty hype.
Yeah, good crowd on a Friday night. We were lucky enough to be here to make the call, and
we've been trying to get to South Columbus for a while, Brett.
Give these kids some shout outs and know that basketball's still alive here in Columbus County.
Nice play by number 4, Nasir Hutchison.
He said, I want to get my name in the books too.
Hutchison's jumper makes it 62-46. Hutchison, too much body. A little excitable. And that's what you're going to get every time you get a freshman in the ball game, Brett.
They're going at each other there. They were saying, I'll Snapchat you tonight, big guy.
Yeah.
All right.
He's saying to Sear, we're up by 16, son. We need to be that aggressive.
I know. Let the clock run out.
That's a chance to teach your freshmen something.
Let's go to the locker room. Let's get some fresh Gatorades and chill tonight.
See if the Tide House is still open.
That's right.
Coleman's driving. Round the horn, no good. Under a minute to go. South up by 16.
Where are we at next week, Kev?
We are on the campus of East Columbus High School
okay.
for the Whiteville Wolfpack against the East Columbus Gators.
And I'm going to tell you, if East Columbus plays as well against Whiteville as they played against South Columbus tonight,
they're going to give them all they want.
Whiteville might have their hands full a little bit.
Corey Sykes still excitable, up 16 with under a minute to go. Still coaching away with these young men, especially these younger players getting an opportunity. Number 34, Gavin Patrick, free throw up, no good. Doesn't get the second one either. No rim, so we'll go back the other direction with South. Hutchison with the basketball, under a minute to go. Hutchison going to drive the lane. Behind the back goes Hutchison, and to the bucket goes number 5, Cam Johnson. A little bit of sauce on that hot dog for Mr. Hutchison. Recovered by South. They're going to look to drain the rest of the clock and go home with a dub.
They're going to wait and try to get some of their bench scorers some points. Quentin Floyd with the basketball. It's knocked
Tapped out
of
with 8
bounds.
seconds to go. The SEC is called Brett.
All right,
Three
here
is
we go.
up. And no good. And you got to love these varsity kids for South trying to get their young gentlemen who play,
But I tell you what, LaQuentin Floyd there that missed the shot, he did a good job stepping in for DeMonta Gore there when he got in some foul trouble. So, shout out to him.
South with a win, 64-46, Brett. And ball game is over. And, a lot of good things for both teams. A little out of control maybe on both sides.
Yeah.
And while they've got some things to clean up, both of these teams, should be well positioned to be a factor in this conference race.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say trash, you can say West Columbus, But I'm telling you, these two teams can beat anybody on any given night.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Kevin. And East Columbus came out and showed that they can play. I mean, I'm really excited about how well they played against South Columbus, and that Whiteville and East Columbus game sort of could be interesting next week.
Okay, Brett and I will be on the campus of East Columbus for that ball game against Whiteville. I will be in Southeastern Community College on Sunday. We will have a broadcast on YouTube, the first home baseball game for Southeastern Community College this season, and we're going to look to carry a full slate of baseball and softball for Southeastern, as we're going to try to show you a lot of what's going on here in the county, and there's a lot happening, Brett.
Yeah, that should be exciting. Seeing Southeastern play and televising those games, and hopefully a lot of people is going to check that out and see how that goes, and I'm sure you'll be excited as you go over there and make those calls. But I heard
we're going to have a roving group of guest commentators. I hear you're going to be calling a few. Wendell Duncan might be calling a few. Matt Gore.
Okay.
Yeah. Some of the great guest commentators in Columbus County sports.
Well, that ought to be good. There's a lot of good baseball Hall of Fame people in this county. It's always been a big baseball county, so I'm sure you can get a lot of people to come out and talk to you. And talking about baseball and a lot of good players in times. Had a chance to read the Franklin Davis article about some good things that's happened over the years in the county with some good players over time, and that was very interesting to read. And going back to some of his times when he can remember, like Otis Nixon going 4 for 4, whatever, and Tommy Green going 5 for 5 with 5 home runs and stuff like. Good article to read if anybody hadn't read it.
If you ever had a chance, go back and read some of the columns about this being baseball town.
Yeah.
And some of the great, you would think maybe one or two in 30 or 40 years is big for any town.
Yeah.
But the really storied history of football players, basketball players, baseball players, this is a really great, hotbed of high school action. And you're seeing the athletes of tomorrow right here on our courts today.
Yep. So basically in the boys conference, we've got Trask that's pretty much all alone, has been the powerhouse. And then you've got West Columbus that is right there below them, just can't get over the edge. And you got South Columbus, you got East Columbus, you got West Columbus in there, East Bladen. And it looks like, as of right now, South Columbus is sort of rising to that number 3 position. So we'll see how things pan out.
And 3 might get you a home game, maybe 2.
Yep, I agree.
Depending on how things fall.
But there's still 2 more weeks left, Kevin. There's a lot of basketball in between now and then.
Okay, so we will see you next week on the campus of East Columbus for East Columbus and Whiteville. Brett and I signing off, wishing you a great week, and we will see you in 1 week for more high school basketball action on the Columbus County Game of the Week.